Could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like.
Whoa!
I think we got a show.
Oh yeah, we got a show.
We definitely.
Nicotina's mom! Oh yeah! Nicotina's mom!
You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know. You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity.
Why don't you set aside an hour or two? We'll have a few drinks and a cup of coffee. I don't drink.
You are watching Poindexter Lounge.
Hey, you're watching Poindexter.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. I'm choking on chicken.
Now I'll make the point better. This joint's clever. In the lounge with Poindexter. So Poindexter Lounge, you know that we can get it in. And now I'm headed up like I'm Led Zeppelin.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. Do you like nerd stuff? Yeah? Then you'll love this. You never know what might happen or who might show up at the lounge.
I just want to thank you for being here and being my friend. It's always good to have someone you could count on, and I'm glad you're that for me.
Poindexter, you're getting all excited.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Vet, and it's my birthday. Heck yeah, it's my birthday, and I am happy to be sharing my birthday with you. And guess what? Technically, I know some of you are saying, but Enosh, it's after midnight on the East Coast. But I wasn't born on the East Coast. Oh, heck no. I was born on the West Coast, baby. I was born in Vegas, lived in Vegas, and guess what that means? It's still my birthday somewhere in this world. And so it is time to celebrate and have a good time. So what we got is we got a nice panel of people. We're going to bring them in. We're just going to have some fun. Tonight's a chill thing. And then later we're going to put the link up there and you guys can chime in and join in. And we're just going to have some fun. How about that? Do you like that? Speaking of fun, good to see all you wonderful people here. We had a great stream earlier with everybody, just a car stream, and that was fun. What's up, Black Ops? What's up, Anthony? Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you, Hans. Great to see so many wonderful members of the channel. My goodness. What's up, Cherie? Oh, I hope you and the kids are good. I hope the swim class went well. Speaking of which, I do want to shout out all of our patrons. Thank you guys for all that you mean to the channel. And for helping keeping the lights on around here, you know, and doing your thing. And to everyone who gives super chats, it is much appreciated. It helps keep us going, you know. And I tell you what, with a family of 5, it definitely helps out. So thank you all for your support of this channel, of me, of my family. It just means the world to us, and you know, it just we're very, very grateful to all of you. And of course, all of our members are growing. We totally blew right by 50 members, and so now we are here, and so thank you to all of our members. You guys are awesome, and of course that means tonight, yes, it's my birthday, but I'm giving the presents, so we're gonna give this Watchman away right here. And look, all you have to do to be eligible for one of our giveaways, you all know, you just have to either be a patron, a member, or give a super chat at any time, and you are automatically in the running. This time, a member won. And that is Blake Taylor, a brand new member. And so there you go. Blake, if you want this, let me know. Hook up with me on social media or send me a message. And then that way we can get this this wonderful book to you, courtesy of the Poindexter Lounge and some wonderful people here at the lounge. Now, our next giveaway is going to actually be the Thomas Wayne McFarlane toy. And I got that actually over here. Yeah, I got it right over here. There it is right there, baby. That's going out to somebody right there. And it could be you. And that'll be our next giveaway. And this is courtesy of Benson's. So Mark at Benson's gave this to us. And so thank you, Mark, for your support of the channel. And thank you to him that some lucky winner is going to be getting that. So there you go. So that's our next giveaway. All right. So that's enough of that. I am going to, let's see here. What am I going to do? I want to bring in everybody because I don't want to take too much time out here, but I do want to express my thanks to everybody. Thank you, Geek Studios. Thank you, Andrew Casali. Hey, there's Blake right there. It says maybe midnight where you are, but until California hits midnight, I say party on. That's right, baby. And look, we even have the Richard. He's in Hawaii, so we'll go with him even. What's up, Richard Gilbert? Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Richard. He says, hello, Enosh. Happy birthday to one of the greatest people I've watched on YouTube. That's humbling, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Says, we share the same birthday, Herbert. There you go, buddy. There you go. Watched you open presents last year. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You are absolutely right. So happy birthday, Herbert, for sure. Nerd Costa Nostra. Look, this guy, I just want to say a special shout out to this guy. So I told you all, he got me Zack Snyder's Justice League on Blu-ray. You guys are so awesome to me. H-Bart's got me Zack Snyder's Justice League on 4K. So I have it on 4K, and I got that from the UK. And then Nerd Cosa Nostra sent me Zack Snyder's Justice League on Blu-ray. And then today he messaged me and he said, hey, did you ever find the box set of the 3, the 4K box set? It's got all those goodies in it and everything, those extras. And I said, no, I haven't even seen one where I'm at. And he says, hey, one's coming to you right now. And so thank you, sir, I appreciate you, and I appreciate everyone who you find your ways of blessing this channel, whether you're just watching or whether you send us something. Look, we're just very, very thankful to you. So thank you guys so much. Just run down here. Paul, good to see you. Abhijit, good to see you, sir. Cherie, of course, is there. Yes, anyone who has this could be your birthday celebration too. Anyone who has a birthday after Wednesday or this month, September. Hey, we'll celebrate it all. What's up, Lewis? Good to see you, buddy. Ryan can do no wrong, right? All right. I love that thing. It's a earwig, man. It just gets in my what's it called? Brain worms, where it just gets it, stuck in your head. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky. You know what? I think that me and Matt Jarbo should do a version of that. I think that'd be pretty cool. We'll have to ask him about that in just a second. What's up, Andy R? Good to see you, sir. Yes, Clovey is back. There's Clovey just for you, Cherie. And let's see. Laser Luke Gaming says, I also have the Thomas Wayne Batman figure. It's a great figure. Says, happy birthday, Enosh. And wow, I love your Watchmen comic book. That is awesome. Hey, thank you, Laser Luke. Appreciate you. And your comments there. Ooh, hey. We don't want to skip anybody here. The AMBW channel, formerly Tom Hanks Ballsack 69 with a $5 super chat. Says Tom Hanks Ballsack 69 I know how much you love saying that name. I do. So I wrote that just for you. Happy birthday, pal. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah, I used to love him saying that. Just to get me to say that was fun. Let's see. Yeah, I think we're good. Silent Scotty's here. Hey, Silent. Hey, man. I'm sorry I missed you, bro. We got to hook up. Maybe tomorrow we'll hook up. I know Tiffany said that we wanted to get together. Zeno must have changed his membership. So thank you, Zeno. Appreciate you, bro. Because I know he's been a member, and so glad to see you re-up your membership. William Powell is here. David, what's good? Says Enosh, I think we're the same age. I turned 45 on September 12th. Yep, I just turned 45 today, and I still feel like a young man. Let me tell you, it's all about how you feel, right? So what's up? You do suck. Wait a second, it's your birthday. Happy 35th. I like that direction. I like that you're going back in that direction. You do suck. I like that. So I'll take that, buddy. What's up, Noel Martin? Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. You guys are fantastic. Mary Wilcox is in the house. Always good to see Mary. I said it a couple of days ago, but man, you know what I love about the Poindexter Lounge? I love it that it's not just a dude fest up in here. We got some awesome women. And speaking of awesome women, I just want to share this real quick. You know what? People got, I've gotten in trouble, and I just don't care. Want to say a special shout out to the Nerd Queens. They shouted me out on all of their socials just a little while ago. That happy birthday to one of the most sincere and beautiful souls we know. Love you, brother, at Poindexter Lounge. And just look at that. Some great moments, some fun moments that we have had with the Nerd Queens, Tiffany and I. And look, the Nerd Queens are coming back. Tiffany's coming back with the Nerd Queens on League of Mayhem here coming up. So be looking for that. But special shout out to the Nerd Queens. Appreciate them and what they mean to us personally, and also the channel. So thank you guys so much. Nerd Queens rock. That's right. Look, you know what? You reached me too late. You done reached me too late. They're good people, and so I appreciate them for sure. Jimmy, thank you so much for the birthday wishes. Appreciate that. Brad, appreciate the birthday wishes. And all right, Lord Slug, appreciate the birthday wishes. Thank you guys so much. And we're gonna jump right in. We got a party going on, ladies and gentlemen. You love him, I love him. He is the master of none, yet the master of our hearts.
What is going on? Happy birthday,
everything,
man.
Dude. Everything, dude.
Oh man, I'm feeling the love through the screen. This is fantastic.
It's a love fest, man.
Dude, this is really great. I'm glad that we could be here twice in the same day.
Right? We just left, right? Didn't we just leave?
It feels like we were just here, but no. This is awesome. I want to say thank you, honestly, for kind of breaking my shell a little bit on the YouTube game. It's been really nice. After one of the shows, Max's, he kind of waited until it was over, and he said, "You know what? You kind of need to speak up a little bit more," because at the time I was just real. I don't know if it was shyness or just kind of trying to be polite and stuff, but in certain circumstances, you just kind of have to blurt it out, you know. So I mean, yeah, honestly, I'm glad to be a part of this nerd family, man. And it's good times, and happy birthday to my nerd brother.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I told him, man. I said, Brian, you got to speak up more, dude. Every time Brian speaks, he's got good stuff to say. Even if you don't agree with what he says it in such a way that you just love him. So, I'm thankful for you, buddy. I'm thankful for you. All right. Also here tonight, we've got, I'm looking at some of the names back here. We got William all the way from my hometown of Vegas. What's up, William? Good to see you here, bro.
Hey, welcome to the Senior Citizens Club, man.
Not quite yet. Almost.
No, you're there. You got to start mixing up the fiber. You got to start getting the bingo cards ready.
Yeah, well, I'm 45 now, so I think now I have to send my poop away in a box, don't I?
Nah, you got a couple of more years. I mean, you can start at 45, but generally it's 50 for the old colon cancer thing. But hey,
I thought I saw the commercial. It said the box. It said, "Hey, you should."
Oh, that creepy one with the box is sitting on the toilet and he jumps off.
Yeah.
And says,
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
Yes.
Do what the box says then.
All right. So we'll send it out today. I just love getting you with that, William. I love the fact that does whatever it does to you. It's fun.
That's the nastiest drop you have, man.
All it is brown.
I know what it is, but I know what it implies, and thanks a lot for that.
It's just funny. This is funny. Also here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have got Feige's a jerk. Yes, I said it today. I didn't mean it in a bad way. I just said he's a shrewd business person. I do believe that. I believe that Feige is a very shrewd business person. Feige knows what he's doing. Feige is literally trying to put the
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, I know. But like, I'm not saying that like Feige's just a bad person. I'm just saying that like Feige's a very shrewd business person. He knows what he's doing. He's very smart. And yeah, I mean, like he's taken some of these DC elements before DC gets to him, and he's like, right there, man. You know, like deal with it.
He's taking advantage of DC's stupidity.
Exactly. That's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier today. You know, DC. It's a combination of a lot of things. Obviously, Feige's been smart. Feige's put his plan together, and he's executed his plan very well. And then on the flip end, I mean, like I said earlier today on the stream, when we were just talking, DC, they just can't get their act together. I mean, like, they promise a lot of stuff, but like sitting on characters and acting like we're going to protect the characters from being on multiple things at the same time, and we don't want to show this and that. Well, that doesn't cause any excitement or any stir for your characters at all. And just promising a slew of movies that never see the light of day just doesn't do it. So that's what I meant by Feige's probably a jerk. He's probably a Dick Grayson.
I just
he's
thought
probably
it was
a Dick
funny
Grayson.
line, you know, Feige, you're a jerk.
Right?
His boss,
This Feige guy, you stink.
His boss sounds like he is. Bob Chapek? Wow. I haven't heard a good thing about that guy yet.
I don't think he's gonna last, to be honest. But that's a conversation of the day, you know.
Yeah.
It's because he's in charge of the pox.
Also, ladies and gentlemen, we don't like his take on Zack Snyder's Justice League, but we like him, and that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Crazy Joe. What's up, Crazy Joe?
Hey, it's funny you should mention it. I just mailed a box of poop to Retro Blasting the other day. But, happy birthday!
Oh wow!
You know what? By the way, it's really funny. Spectre, the guy Spectre,
Scott Knightlick.
Yes, Scott. He used to work for Mattel, and he was in charge of He-Man, Masters of the Universe figures. And literally, I've been watching his videos. He's got great videos, man.
Mm-hmm.
Great videos. I love his videos about Masters of the Universe, about the lore and all that stuff. And the guy worked there. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, I mean, and this guy's like super nice, chill dude, right? Not trying to, rile up anybody's feathers. I mean, nothing. All of a sudden, out of the blue, here comes Michael French retro blasting. And I've said in the past, look, I used to like retro blasting, but at some point, like Michael just like became angry at the world. It was like somebody injected him with something and he turned into a completely different person. Like, you know, and I don't know what happened. I don't understand these people like who just wake up one day and all of a sudden they're just mad at everybody and everything. But he did. And he went after, Spectre this week and like did this whole thing about how you know he was like all about himself and he was, you know, like he made an action figure of himself and all this stuff. And I love the response was just like this minute and 40-second long video that said, "Hey man, I don't know why you're so mad at me, but I'd be willing to have a conversation with you. Willing to have a talk." And aren't they doing that tomorrow night?
Sunday night.
And I don't think he should do it. I think he should let it go. But you know what? He's being a nice guy. He's answering it, and you know. It is what it is, but yeah, retro blasting deserves some poop in his.
Like you, I was a fan. I actually attended not one, but 3 of their live in-person panels at Dragon Con a couple of years ago. Had a great time. Talked to them afterwards. They were super nice. Both Michael and his wife, and I even got a picture with them. And he's just been such a miserable son of a bitch lately that I actually went and found the YouTube video of the panel, one of the panels I sat in, and I'm like, was he always like this? I got to rewatch this. And I watched the panel that I sat through. Absolutely delightful. He was smiling. He was laughing. He was happy. And I'm like, no, this is not the same guy. Something between then and now changed in this guy.
Yeah. Speaking of delightful people that we love, always brings a smile to our face, and I'm glad to call him my friend, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Jarbo. What's going on, Matt?
Well, I know that was a lie. I don't bring a smile to anyone's face. I'm here to anger stuff, I think.
I don't know. Michael French? Is that Michael French over there?
Oh my God. Is it Michael? Michael, call me. Okay. I have a frittata. I heard you have a poodle.
Rage!
That literally meant nothing.
And hey, this guy, and then this guy just showed up, and I'll tell you what, I love this guy. This guy wished me a happy birthday today. Just a guy who I cannot wait. I don't think that there's been anybody in recent history in a long time that I just cannot wait to actually sit down with in person and just talk to and give a big old hug to. Ladies and gentlemen, you love him. I love him. Like I say, you never know what might happen at the Poindexter Lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is right there. And here he is live, Mr. Ray Porter.
Happy
hey, Ray.
birthday. How are you, man? Happy birthday.
I'm good, bro.
Hey,
so
what's up?
good to see you, man. Thank you for being here.
Have you had a good day?
I have. I've spent the day. I spent some time with Tiff. We
Always
caught up
good.
Caught up on some of our shows. We watched Titans and watched some stuff and
Cool.
then I did a roaming stream earlier because I had to run out. I went to the chiropractor because I'm 45 and I need to do that.
Oh, cry me a river.
and then I had to take my son to work. So you know what? It's all
Good day, man.
Yeah, and now I'm here with you, lovely people.
Well, there we are.
How you been, Ray?
I'm fine. I probably should go to the chiropractor. I have spent no time with Tiff, and I did not drive your child to work today. So my day has been a bit less, frankly, than yours.
Yeah,
that sounds like a really good day. Did you have cake? Did you do all that stuff?
So you know, I'm not a cake guy. I'm a pie guy, and so
Do you have a birthday pie?
I do. I
Are there candles in the pie?
Well, you know what? So the family wasn't all here because, like I said, Landon worked till late. Everybody worked till late. Like Tiffany and I spent some time together. So tomorrow we're gonna do like all the celebrating and stuff.
What's the birthday pie?
Strawberry.
Strawberry pie.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Very nice.
Heck yeah. I also like a good chocolate pie too.
Sure.
Chocolate pie works for me. Strawberry pie. Those are well, I don't know, man. Like pretty much anything. Like I love cream pies. I love. I knew that was coming.
Do you? But hold on, I have to ask. Do you go from the strawberry to the chocolate? Like, is it just a through line.
I don't know if I could handle that.
It just sounds like, and then you finish it up with the cream. I'm just saying, it's like
Always
right there.
finish with a cream pie. Yeah.
Always finish with the cream pie. Yeah, it's a great money shot.
That's what RJ said.
Well, you can't go wrong with a good cream pie.
Less than a half an hour. Less than a half an hour it took to go south. That's record time.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
26 minutes and 31 seconds.
That was it. Mark the time.
Wow.
You all look. You guys know what you got into by bringing me here. All right.
Yeah. Well.
Just say.
Yeah, but no.
That's
You know what?
cool.
Yeah.
So
I love a good banana cream pie. I love
banana cream pie is amazing.
Nice.
Coconut cream pie. Yes.
Heck yeah. But strawberry pie is my go-to. Like,
what about a nice meringue? Lemon meringue. It's got to be right. The lemon has got to be just right.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I can't just do any lemon meringue.
And key lime pie, it's either heavenly or it could like tarnish metal.
Yeah, that's very true. That's a fine line there.
It's a really fine line.
Yeah. I'm a cheesecake guy myself. I like cheesecake.
Cheesecake. I had a birthday. I was working at a theater in Oregon and had a matinee. And I got there and they had made a big espresso cheesecake with coffee beans all the way around the rim. Now, I'm not a big coffee guy, but it was my birthday and they had made it. And so I had a big old piece and I'm on stage. I'm in the middle of a monologue and just the caffeine dump hit so hard. And I was like,
no.
I'm going to have a heart attack and die on stage now.
Oh,
it was hardcore.
Ouch.
That's how Tiny Tim went.
Is it from a coffee cheesecake? No, I know that. Okay, so what do you do about candles, man?
You know what? I think Tiffany's got
None.
like a 4 and a 5.
Okay.
Instead of trying to put 45 candles all up on there,
No, definitely not. No. It's
This
nice
is
when you get to the
overwhelming.
point of like just get the number candles because otherwise, like you need a fire marshal present.
Right?
Yeah.
We got to
In
pull
my
permits.
case, I have so many candles now, like the EPA would step in. So
Isn't it also illegal in Los Angeles to possess candles anyway?
No, you can have candles.
It's not there yet. Not
Roman
too.
candles.
Roman
That's
candles.
illegal.
Okay. Because I mean, like, only you
Doesn't
can prevent
stop 'em.
forest fires in the urban
exactly.
jungle.
Well, it's a very real thing. I mean, we got smoke drifting down from the north right now. It's freaking Angelinos out because everybody woke up and was like, oh my God, where's the fire, down here? Because everybody is so sort of inured to it now.
Yeah.
But, it's like 4th of July still sounds like, when the Gulf War commenced on CNN. It's crazy. Doesn't stop anybody.
I tell you what, when I was out there a couple of years ago out in LA, there was fires going on and I was just shocked. Just driving, around and just like, especially at night, it was crazy. Because in the daytime, all you really see is the smoke everywhere. And I was in Laguna Hills. I was staying in Laguna Hills.
Oh, you were right. You were right there.
Yeah. And so I was in Laguna Hills, and I went all the way to Laguna Beach, and it just looked apocalyptic. It was just crazy. And then at night, I spent all this time. I was driving all over the place because I was looking for comic book stores, toy stores, like all this stuff. And so I'd be like way out somewhere on the other side, of Timbuktu, and I'd be coming back at night. And man, I'll never forget, like up there in the mountains, it looked like a volcano. Just these billows of
Oh, it's crazy.
flames, man.
What
It
year was
insane.
this?
What was that? 19? I think 2019.
We got the smoke out here from that. The smoke came
Or
on.
2000.
Oh, okay,
It was, either,
'cause
it was either 18 or 19 because that's when I went out to WB. I think it might have been 18, but I think
Oh,
it was
okay.
19.
Yeah.
Because
we
I
got the ones
remember
from Tahoe this year. It
I
was bad.
I remember the 07 fire. Do you remember that one, Ray?
Sure do.
And I was in LA for an event and we were down by Malibu and it was starting to hit up there and we're like, it's Malibu, we'll be fine. We're going to San Diego. And then we hit San Diego and San Diego's on fire too. It's like, what the hell happened?
Well, I don't know if we want to open this can of worms, but I can tell you exactly what happened.
I
I
remember.
remember South Lake Tahoe caught on fire too.
Yeah,
I
no,
remember that.
the West Coast has just kind of become a tinderbox. It's horrifying every year. I'm honestly worried about Sequoia National Park. They're doing everything they can to protect the sequoias, but they've already lost, a few, and they don't just grow anywhere. So it's, I mean, aside from everything else, and I know that's a really sort of narrow view to take, because I mean, with the Tahoe fire up in those mountains, there are entire towns that are just no longer there. And I have friends who lost homes last year in Southern Oregon. The same thing.
Yeah.
It's I hope we can get it sorted out. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Let's talk good times.
No,
Make a wish and blow out the apocalypse.
It is crazy, though. It really is crazy just how like different parts of the country have different, concerns and needs. That's like you have some parts of the country, it's like they don't have any water, and
Right.
and it, like you said, it's like a tinder box. It could just go up at any time. And then you have other parts of the country that are just, covered in water. And
I grew up in Indiana, and kind of the upper end of Tornado Alley, and there was a real clear. When I was growing up, there was a real clear time when it was like, hey, it's tornado season. Now they happen anytime and anywhere. It's disconcerting.
Yeah, you get a warm day in February, man, and all of a sudden you're
exactly, yeah,
you're hitting the hills, man. It's
nuts.
We used to never, ever, ever get tornadoes in the Philly area, but it's like
Right.
all the time now.
Right, I know. I got family in Philly, so yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
but it's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you, man. You look
to see
good.
Good to be seen. Hey,
You look good.
Black shirt and some stars in the background do wonders.
It's amazing that you just got the coolest setup, dude. I swear, man.
Oh,
You got
God.
that.
If I actually told you what it was, it's a PVC cage with acoustic blankets hung around it. And then when I started, when Darkside became a thing, I realized I just had this dismal black background. And so I got a tapestry and I hung some fairy lights behind it. It's a stoner's basement bedroom. About 1977.
There you go.
Pretty much what it is.
But you got the moon there. It's very,
Well, I'm a big Astro geek.
Yeah, there's some Sabbath in the background. It'll be good time.
A little bit. Yeah, exactly. Hey.
Hey, Paul says, hey, Ray, my wife and I were rewatching Frasier, and we happened upon an episode where Frasier met a guy named Dwight at a comic convention. I shouted out, that's Darkside.
Okay, now this is the weirdest thing. That episode of Frasier, I played a fan at a comic convention standing in line to get a picture signed by this person who played a character on a sci-fi show, but Frasier and his brother remembered him as a Shakespearean actor from their youth. Cut to a few years later, I, a Shakespearean actor, am sitting at cons signing pictures.
Wow.
It's very strange.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
That was and the Shakespearean actor on that episode of Frasier was Sir Derek Jacobi, and he could not have been a nicer fellow.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's weird how like art imitates life, and then again over again. That's
exactly.
What's funny is, remember Married with Children?
Sure.
Ed O'Neill was actually a Shakespearean actor.
Yes,
before he got the role of Al Bundy, and I think he laments that a little bit too.
Well, you miss it. I miss it terribly. I'm itchy to do some Shakespeare again myself, because there's just nothing like it. Live Shakespeare theater, preferably outdoor, is like the best. It's just amazing. And you do miss it when you aren't doing it. And I got to say, Ed O'Neill, I worked with him on a couple of things. I was on Dragnet when he did Dragnet, and then I did an episode of Modern Family. And honestly, he's another one that you just can't believe how kind a person he is. He's so nice. I've been lucky. I haven't met very many people who I'm like,
avoid that guy.
You're all right. Thanks. Bye.
That's it.
Most everybody I've worked with has been just wonderful.
How has real quick before we go any further, Rhea is the newest member of the channel. That's awesome.
Rhea, welcome.
Hey, Rhea.
We got Ray Porter here himself to welcome you as the newest member of
Welcome,
the channel.
fellow Ray name person.
It'd be like that time that we had both you and Ray Fisher out at the same time, and I'm like, Ray number one.
Yeah,
Ray
exactly. We were bumping heads all night long.
One of you guys at
Fisher,
the same time.
Porter,
Ray and Rhea.
Welcome,
so
Rhea.
thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Rhea, so much. You're awesome, Rhea. But no, so how's the comic book convention thing going? Speaking of comic books, man, like
it has started to slowly pick up. Obviously there was a whole lot of recovery that had to happen, with COVID and everything, and shows started to kind of get out there and all that. I know that Ray has been in attendance at a few, and a couple of other friends of mine have been in attendance. I was at Colorado Springs, which was really fun and really cool because that was my first sit at a table and see people and sign things, and admire cosplay and talk to people about stuff. What's funny is I was sitting between my friend Emily Swallow, who played the armorer on The Mandalorian, and my friend Kim Rhodes, one of my oldest friends, Kim Rhodes, who not only was the mom on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, but was also the sheriff in Supernatural. Yeah. And then there's me, and the lines of people could not have been more different from each other. Where you had like the Star Wars people, then you had like DC people, and then you had Supernatural people, completely different. But it was a great event, and I'm looking forward to Rhode Island.
Awesome.
November.
I keep bugging Motor City Comic Con, man. I keep tweeting at him. I'm like, hey,
man,
get him here. Get him here.
Your people call my people. Yeah,
they always add people so last minute. So who knows?
Oh, if they do, that's really actually good. I mean, I think a lot of the reason why I'm not attending many of these shows is that they booked months ago. Mm-hmm. And obviously you want that kind of a lead in so that you can properly, publicize it. I mean, the thing with Colorado Springs is somebody had to bow out, and my agent was like, hey, do you want to go? I was like, yeah. And it was very much a sort of a late edition, but it was still a great experience. That's good, yeah. My very first Comic-Con ever was San Diego. When the Nerd Queens were like, oh, we're going to be there, you've got to come down and say hello. This is when it was still a rumor that I was playing the role that eventually resulted in that fine action figure you have there.
Yes.
So I just, I went as a spectator, as a punter, and I'd never, ever been to one before. And it was overwhelming. I couldn't hang. I stayed for, I think, 4 or 5 hours, and I got back on the train and came home. It was like too much. Almost just that many people and that much art and that much dedication, obviously that much joy, but like the cosplay and everything, it's a lot. Cons are cool. Get vaccinated.
I desperately miss going to conventions. The last one I went to was in Nashville, and that was like in 2018, so it's been a while. I miss it dearly.
I just been to a Star Trek convention, and it was kind of disappointing because it was really small.
Really?
But yeah,
I think isn't it true that Star Trek conventions were really the beginning of all of this? I mean, they were like comic book shows and like events, but as far as like cons and people dressing and fandom and that sort of thing, that was really Star Trek's thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially when you had the experience out here, the Star Trek experience.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to go so bad.
That's where I made one of the biggest mistakes in my life, William. I married my ex-wife there.
A lot of people made that mistake.
Wait, hold on. A lot of people made that mistake.
A lot of people married my ex-wife.
Hey, some of them have lasted though, but a lot of them, I mean, a lot of people don't even remember, it happening. But there it is.
I remember it.
Elvis marry you. You let Elvis marry you. You don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, I remember it. There were 2 Ferengi on a Borg present. You don't forget that.
Oh, you did it here at the experience.
Nice. Yeah. And I'm convinced that the minister was in her spare time when she's not officiating weddings. I'm convinced she was a Joan Rivers impersonator.
Well, this just sounds fantastic.
Right? kind of a crazy thing.
Once the experience closed down, though, it started the conventions. The difference between the Star Trek Experience convention and the one that they hold at the Rio, it's a huge difference. It's not the same.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of a new phenomenon for me, and I'm really enjoying them. I mean, I saw some jaw-dropping cosplay in Colorado Springs, which is not, one of the biggest cons, obviously. But the turnout was enormous, and I saw some stuff that just blew my mind, that people just made. That's really impressive.
Yeah, the hours that it takes is crazy.
It's nuts.
Did you what's the young lady's name? She was on the vodka stream a while back, and I was on that stream, and I'm drawing
Liz Wonder?
No, it wasn't Liz Wonder.
The one with the Steppenwolf head?
Yes, with the Steppenwolf costume. Oh my gosh. I mean, she had the Steppenwolf head behind her.
I know, I've seen the pictures. Phenomenal.
Yeah, and it was so far behind her that like it just looked like it was just like a regular head, and like she goes back and gets it and grabs it and brings it up to the camera. I mean, it was enormous.
It's like to scale.
Yeah,
I wrote to her on
was 6
Twitter
feet
and
tall,
said,
too.
I said, can I like gently step on that someday?
Ha!
Just gently. I don't want to squash it because she made it, but it was super cool.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's fun. Now I got to ask you, Ray.
Yeah.
So this figure. Okay, so I'm thankful that I actually was able to find one. Like my family. Actually, we all ended up getting one. I want to thank everybody out there who helped me get a couple for me and the family and stuff. And I actually got an extra one that I want to send to Ray and get him to sign it and send it back to me. So you messaged me that day and you're like, hey man, did you get one yet? And I'm like, no. And you're like, I'm on it. And you said like you were calling around like Targets and going to Targets
I was trying, man. I really, I not only called, dude, I drove all over LA.
Oh my gosh.
I have witnesses. I had friends on the phone and they're like, who is this person? I was like, it's a friend. It's a guy that I met, through this whole thing. And I said I would do it. And it doesn't matter who it is. I said I would do it.
Aww.
So, yeah. So there I was up in the deepest wilds of the valley going to Targets. And they're like, no. So
did you end up in Porter Ranch?
Close to, very close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. When I used to live in North Hollywood, I drove up to the Walmart in Porter Ranch because there was no way I was going to go to the one that was like in the center of the valley.
Right.
I'm like, nah, I'm not going there. I could die.
It's just it's busy,
not that bad. It's not that bad.
I did have a really cool moment. I went to a GameStop up in the valley, and I was with a friend, and I had called ahead and asked if they had the Darkside Funkos, and they did. This was back when just the Throne one was out, and they did. And I asked them to hold it for me, and they were like, "Okay, cool. What's your name?" I was like, "Ray," and I drove up, and so I happened, because it was clean, I happened to be wearing a Darkside T-shirt, and so the guy, like, he was super helpful and super cool, really nice guy, but he's like, oh, you really kind of into Darkside, aren't you? A little bit. And I turned to my friend, I'm like, we were masked. I turned to my friend, I was like, should I? Like, yes. And I said, well, I played him. And the dude in the back's like, are you Ray Porter? That's the first time that's ever happened in LA. And that was cool.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
That was cool.
That is stinking awesome. That's got to just make you feel good. I mean, just to be going and buying an action figure of yourself, and then,
dude, I mean, I think I've said before, I've probably told you, and I've told a bunch of other people, back in the early days, with our careers starting out, a bunch of actors would sit around and talk about like goals and stuff they'd like to do, and people were like, I want to perform at the Royal Shakespeare Company, or I want to do this show, or I want to be in this movie, or I want to work with this director. And I was like, yeah, all that sounds really, really cool, but thank you. Thank you, Paul. I was on a mission, Rhea. I was on a mission. But I said, I'd like to do something that results in an action figure, because to me, that's just the coolest thing ever. When I was at CalArts, my next door neighbor in the dorms was Daniel Stewart. His father is Patrick Stewart. And he had a Jean-Luc Picard taped to his fridge, and I was like trying to imagine having my dad taped to the fridge, and it was a very different sort of thing.
Yeah.
You've got to go for the trifecta, Ray. You got the action figure. Now you need Christmas tree ornament and theme park ride.
Ooh, can you imagine a Darkside theme park ride?
That'd be very intense.
That'd be pretty cool.
You'd have the drop, right? You'd have the drop from the drop ship. Yeah, exactly. Ready the Armada. Yeah, you'd have so the ride would be, you would drop a great distance, you'd get hurt, and then you would sit in a flaming chair for hundreds of years and then look through a tube at the Justice League. That's the Darkside ride.
You go through the tube, man. Go through the tube to Darkside, and then Darkside just steps on your head.
Exactly.
And, crush
it. I want a Derek ride. I want a Sweet Life of Zach and Cody ride, where it's just Derek and
you remember Derek, dear God.
I grew up with that show, man.
That was a ride and a half.
Yes,
that's trying to imagine that I'm on the plane. Yeah, that was crazy. That was really fun.
That just sounds really cool. I've done a couple of custom figures for Tiffany now, of her character of Grand Tiff Tarkin. And
Nice.
so the people that she works with, they didn't believe her. They're like, oh, sure, that's, what's that look like, whatever. And so she actually took all of her action figures to work with her the other day. and they were like, what the heck, man? Like, he spent all this time putting all this together and making this and stuff. And she's like, yeah, he sure did. And I had to do it on the sneak too. Like Tiffany would be sleeping and I'd have like all the stuff out, all the paints and all the stuff out. And I'm like tearing action figures apart. And I feel bad because then I'm like tearing like Wonder Woman action figures apart because I used the Gal Gadot figure where she's like in the Themysciran, outfit with all the leather and stuff. So like I pulled that off and painted the head or the hair and all that stuff and put it on a Grand Moff Tarkin action figure. and it's like I'm doing it. I'm painting it different colors and I'm taking the cape from Captain Phasma and I'm painting it purple and all this stuff, making this cool thing for her. And now it's like I got all these other parts that I don't know what to do with. So I just got
time to build some sort of vile chimera. And, create either your own superhero or villain. Yeah, just like an arm where the nose should be and like some horrible H.P. Lovecraft action figure.
That is a franchise that I'm surprised that we still have not really like realized.
Honestly, I think it's I've seen some terrific art of like Cthulhu and some of the other old ones, but even the art, just the way that Lovecraft wrote those characters, and the way that other authors have taken it and run with it, it's the description that is the most chilling and terrifying thing. Whatever you can conjure up in your head.
Yeah.
And so when I see art, it's like, that's cool, but it doesn't quite get me as when I read, the descriptions. I love the mod scene, though. I got to say, I've seen a few modded Dark Sides, and I've seen a few other modded, where they like do stuff with the paint and everything. It's very, very cool. Did you guys see that meme about a week ago of two women talking? And she's like, I met a guy. He brings home 6 figures a month, and the third frame is a shelf of action figures.
6, baby. I bring home more than 6. Tiffany is blessed.
Yes.
Well, I was going to mention that custom pop of Tiffany, Grandma Tiff. Like that's a custom pop. I love that one. When you showed it out, that was so cool.
Cole from the Nerd Queens.
Yeah.
She made one of me and Tiff. And,
she did one of me too. It's really super cool.
It was super sweet of them.
Yeah.
And I just love them. I'll tell you what, I'm glad that League of Mayhem is starting back up and
absolutely. Absolutely. And just the joy of all of it. I wrote about it recently. It's the enjoyment that everybody is still having with this whole thing, and all of the art and just the positivity is wonderful. And I got to plug it. If you haven't picked up Act 2 of The Sandman on Audible, you need to get on it. Because it's cool as hell.
Heck yeah.
Listen to Act 1, which is free right now on Audible, and then pick up Act 2.
Do it. Do it. Go do it. Go do it. Go do it. Do it now. Do it now. Do not do it later. Hear me now. Believe me later. Do it now.
Get on the Audible.
Put in the Audible. The Audible. Get to the chopper. Do not use a lightsaber as a helicopter.
Exactly.
Do not use a lightsaber as a helicopter.
It wasn't that bad, Enoch.
It was horrible. It defies physics. We've been in this argument now for a day or so because Star Wars Visions came out. Yeah.
Oh.
And the one lady, she puts her lightsaber into this thing looks like an umbrella, and it starts spinning around with lightsabers and stuff, and she's like flying through the air like Mary Poppins. Yeah.
Darth Poppins.
Yes.
Well, actually, it's pretty much like a lightsaber umbrella. It's like multiple lightsabers to make an umbrella. It was interesting,
Yeah.
It was awesome.
They did it in Star Wars Rebels, with the Inquisitors, because they had the lightsabers that spun around on the middle piece. It's just, to me, it's like
propulsion from that.
Yeah. Like they're hovering, dude. Like the lightsabers making the sound of whoa, 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 and they're just hovering down, like they just fly down, and it's like, just use the Force.
I sort of have a problem with that. I just don't see it as a propulsion device. Otherwise, all of those Molinos and those spinning cuts and everything would be flinging the Jedis all over the place if they act like a wing.
Yeah.
It's
See, that's
furious.
what I said.
There are people so furious right now. Actually, I think you'll find, and just typing like furiously.
I didn't mind it in Visions though, because like Visions, like it's not canon. It's meant to be more fantastical and more of like an artistic like representation of like what these Japanese creators are like interpreting Star Wars as in their own vision.
You mean like
so
their visions?
Yeah.
What? I'm just not down with Go Gadget lightsaber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It's almost become like a look. I love like seeing different lightsabers and cool new things, but like I feel like after we got that double-bladed lightsaber from Darth Maul, it was like, okay, how are we going to one up the lightsaber? Like,
then you got
next?
Grievous.
Yeah,
Grievous,
look, one of my favorite lightsabers, and see, I'm not saying it's always a bad thing because one of my favorite lightsabers, and I couldn't wait to get it, was Count Dooku's lightsaber, the curved hilt saber.
Yes,
I think that's super cool. And like, if you haven't held one of those, when I got it, I was very surprised because your fighting style with that is completely different.
Well, it would be because of the grip.
Yeah. With that.
I mean, I
curve,
spent
it's
a
completely
long time, as you can imagine, in theater doing lots of things involving broadswords and and stuff like that, and actually taught my son how to fight with swords using lightsabers.
Nice.
But yeah, the curved grip is like, hello, how are you,
Tony? It's Ray Liotta.
Happy birthday! Long time no see. I thought I would come join the big ass panel tonight.
Yes, we're just hanging out, man. Just having some fun, man. Thank you.
And
so
cheers!
Much for being
I
here.
won't disappoint. I promise.
We gotta watch Tony. We always have to watch
I
Tony.
didn't want to interrupt before, but how's it going, fellas?
Good,
Happy
man.
birthday,
Good.
Enosh.
Thank you, sir.
I've also opened a boom tube over here of Enosh.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
God, dude. That's excellent.
Pretty sick, right?
Oh, brilliant.
It's me. It's you looking at me like through the.
God, I for a minute I just thought that was like either rising damp or no. There's Enosh's face. Look at that. That's perfect.
That is
Like,
brilliant.
you've got you've got
Can you
really
insert
bad
the
mold
banana
at your
into
place,
this at all?
man.
That's funny. That's funny. I love this panel because there's so many people from like literally all over the place. I mean, we got Zentech down in Australia. We got Tony up in Canada. We got people all over the United States, from LA, Vegas, Reno, up to Seattle area. And here I am in Michigan. And that's just awesome. I love the internet, man. I
Like
love
ham
my
radio
life.
with beards.
I know, man. I love my life. But yeah, but talking about the lightsabers. So like, now I've got like over 20 lightsabers, and
Do you really?
yeah, oh yeah,
Really?
I pretty much have every lightsaber that they've made.
Now, is there a specific maker that you like? Or do you buy from all the different kind of makers?
Yeah, so
depending on the hilt?
I haven't gone crazy and done like the really expensive ones yet.
I was
Like,
shocked. There are some that are amazingly expensive.
yes,
And they won't cut a human in half. Like, come on! If I'm gonna pay $3,000, I want to cut a human in half, right?
Well, you might get in trouble for that, though, dude.
You're currently
Just
on a
saying,
watch list.
paying
just for saying that.
$3,000. Let me have discretion. It's my own discretion.
Bartender, can we watch him tonight? Can we watch him?
No, Tony will just sum it up by going, I'm out hunting bears. Or moose.
Not that you think, though.
CAS Graphics with a 1999 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says happy birthday. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, CAS Graphics. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, like I've just back when Master Replicas was making them, I had all those original Master Replica ones,
Okay.
and I thought they did a really good job. I really like their versions of stuff. The new Hasbro Black Series ones, some of them are really great. And there's a couple though that aren't so great. Like their remake of like Darth Vader and Anakin's, I don't care for as much as those original ones. I've the original ones. That's the ones that I have, and I think they're sturdier. I just like them better.
Okay.
Tiffany and I both made a custom one down at Disney. Down at Disney
Now,
World.
I hear that's terribly expensive as well. Is it?
It's $200.
Okay.
And honestly, it's not that bad because you're going to pay that anyways for a regular lightsaber anyways.
Right.
And the thing
one
is,
you've
Ray,
made.
is you get the experience. And I'll tell you what,
Right.
if you guys do this, the idea is the park closes at like 8. but you can schedule your experience at like 8:30. So the park empties out, and and then we went, and they bring you in, and as soon as you're in there, you're immersed in it because it's an event. It really is an event, and the people who are doing it are fabulous, and they walk you through it, and they tell the history of the lightsaber, and they talk about some of the great Jedi and Sith even who wielded different sabers.
You're there until 1:30 in the morning hearing about Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool though. It's actually we recorded the whole thing. I set up my phone and I recorded the whole thing. They let me record the whole thing, and so
it ran out of battery.
And I'll tell you what, it's really cool how they do it because you get to pick your different pieces beforehand. You pick whether they have like different things, like so you can have like an elemental hodgepodge to pick from, or like a kind of I can't remember all the different things terms.
Do you get to pick the physicality of it? Like it looks like it's silver, or like do you design that, or do you have a certain ones to pick from?
No, they've got parts. They've got parts, right? Okay. And the place that you go is called Savvy's Workshop, and basically it's a junk shop, right? So throughout the day, if you're asking around, like where you can't ask them, hey, where do I go to build a lightsaber? Because it's completely immersive, right? And so the storyline that's on Batuu is that the First Order is looking for rebels. They're looking for people. And so if you ask somebody like about where do I go to build my lightsaber, they'll be like, shh, we don't talk about that, like, what do you mean? Like, they'll kind of look around. They're like, what do you mean? Where do I don't know what you're talking about. And so you have to rephrase it and say something like, hey, where can I find junk parts to build things? And they'll say, oh, yes, you want Savvy's Workshop. But you have to have an appointment. And so, you have to have your things scheduled with them, ahead of time. But it's awesome. They bring you in this little room. It's all sealed off. And it's cool. You have almost like a Knights of the Round Table kind of table around. And you build your hilt, and they talk about your hilt. Like Tiffany's hilt has a rancor tooth on the end of it, and so you build your hilt. And then what's cool is you stick your hilt into this mechanism in the table.
I learned this in grade 9, man. Don't worry about it. I learned this in grade 9.
You stick your hilt in the.
It's getting a little wild in here.
Please.
Yeah,
not me this time. Not me this time.
On Earth.
There you go.
It was me.
Look. You know what? You need to learn this stuff, and here's why.
Hey, teacher, when are we actually going to use any of this?
You? Never.
Nice.
Nerd. So
did you build a droid too?
No, I did not build a droid. We just built our lightsaber.
No, I know, but like they have that option.
You can though, yeah.
Yeah,
it's like $100 though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I didn't think that was as cool. No, it didn't.
I
look
thought
like
$100 would be cheap.
No, when I went there, I was broke.
How much was the lightsaber?
200.
200. Yeah, 200.
200. Yeah. Okay. I figured. Yeah.
But it's super cool because when you put that in there, like you just put the hilt in, right? And you put it into this mechanism, and then they go around and they tell everybody it's got this like covering over it, like that's the length of a blade. And so when you put that in there, they have pre-put the blade in there. So when you put that mechanism, it's connecting it to the blade, but you don't know that. And so then they tell you, okay, when we give you the final thing, everybody turn your saber on. And when you do that, inside the table, all of a sudden, because you pick your crystal, they bring you your crystal that you can put in your saber and everything.
Oh,
and
so you're gonna pick the color?
Yeah, and what's cool too is
what color did you go with?
I went with green to start off with. Tiffany went with purple, but then we bought every color. So we bought one of every color because they were $16. They were $16
red one day.
Look, they were $16. They were $16 a piece, and so you can buy them, and it's a cool little thing, and they hum. When you put them into the mechanism in your saber, they hum.
Hold on. You put a device in your saber that makes it hum, kind of vibrate.
Mm-hmm. And they're different colors.
Look,
they're with your family rating.
I went turbo on this one.
I'm just saying, no, but that's really smart on Disney's part because, that's what the wife is going to need in order to justify the purchase.
Yeah.
If you mute us, I understand, man. I understand.
But no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I'm just basking in the glory of this high-level conversation. This is
Sorry, if it's after 10 p.m., I go into full-on it doesn't matter mode anymore. Ravage me, you rambunctious steed.
If it's after 9 a.m., I have a feeling
Yeah.
probably this way.
Well, my dad summarized me very similarly to him, and he's like, you know what, son, you and I are the same. Our mind starts in the gutter and works itself up.
I got a dad call to do, and I'll be back.
Okay, no problem.
Dad call. Nice.
But no, it is a really cool experience though to make your own lightsaber. It's a ton of fun, and then you pull your saber out, and everybody lifts their saber and says this thing, and and the actors that they have doing that are just fantastic.
Yeah, it sounds like an amazing experience. If anything, it kind of reminds me what they kind of did at Wizarding World at Universal Studios, where you get to pick your wand, you get to go to the shop and everything, it picks you and everything.
Yes.
So.
I really want to do that, but I feel like I'd be like the creepy old dude there. So yeah, no.
No, I'll come with you, dude. I'll be the creepy older guy than you, dude.
There we go.
There you go, Michelle.
Let's have a creepy old guy convention. I'm in.
Yeah, we'll all just book the same. Here's what we'll do. We'll all go at the same time. We'll book the appointment. Just be nothing but old dudes in their 40s and 20s there. No,
RJ, that's kind of what it's like anyway.
Oh, okay. See,
it's like going to E3 or any kind of nerd convention is literally like a cloning facility. So you have usually balding, bearded white dudes with glasses, but they're the small, medium, large version.
Oh,
so
right.
A lot of people look the same.
Yeah, I got all that covered except for beard.
You just alienated half.
Thank you, Anthony.
It's like half the panel just got knocked out.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you, Anthony.
I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.
I'm including myself in that, I'm a half Canuck. I go to these, I'm white and bearded, and I go to these things, I look the same as everybody else. There's very little variety there, which is maybe why cosplay's so popular.
I'm a day walker, I guess. I work in the
No, you're a day drinker. There's a difference.
Well, that is true, but I have to work during the day, so I don't drink during the day. Well, as much during the day.
As much.
Shut up, Brian. I told you. Happy birthday, Enosh.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Enosh, what did you do for your birthday?
I wanted to too.
You know what? I just hung out and I streamed earlier. I streamed a couple of times today. I streamed on my way to the chiropractor, and then I streamed after I got done with the chiropractor. And
please tell me streamed is code for something else.
No,
because that would be a hell of a birthday.
Well,
keep going.
I stream every time I go in the bathroom.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
Well, it just means you got a functioning prostate, so that's a good thing, as you get older.
Oh,
sure.
That's
an interesting way to bring Ray back in. It's functioning prostate.
Hey, prostate.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't miss anything.
Yeah,
actually,
prostate.
I actually did have a question for you, Ray. This is kind of going to be a weird one, but just follow through me on this. You heard about the Nintendo stuff, right? Where they cast Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, as someone who's a voice actor yourself, there's this debate going on between casting the actual voice actors behind the video games or professional voice actors versus celebrities. What's your take on that?
It's very, very tough. A recognized name is going to sell tickets. People have familiarity. They're like, oh, I liked that person in, whatever the thing they saw. And so they're going to want to go see it. And the ultimate goal of a project to be successful is to earn. It does not nullify the abilities of lesser known voice actors. But I know that it's tough. Even in the world of audiobooks, if you say Meryl Streep reading this, it's going to sell a lot of books because it's Meryl Streep.
It's an unknown commodity, though. It's not the Flash, it's not Superman. It's an unknown commodity. Would your voice sell it better than something else? That I'm curious about that too.
It's kind of dodgy. I mean, and there's weird, people have weird sort of barriers in their minds about it. I actually was at an audiobook studio doing a project, and somebody came in, and it was a bunch of us who narrate audiobooks, who do voice acting, who are actors on camera as well and on stage and all of that. And she came in, and I asked her, I was like, have you ever narrated a book here? And she went, "Oh, I'm not a narrator, I'm an actor." And it's insulting to hear that. And I went, everybody in the room's an actor. I was just wondering if you ever narrated a book here. There's a funny sort of weird like stigma with it in a strange way. I don't begrudge someone who's got a recognizable name doing a project as long as the work is good. Do you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
but you're okay with like somebody who doesn't have a recognizable name still doing a great job on something.
Of course I am.
Like you're all for that, right?
Sandman is a terrific example. You've got a list of actors that everybody knows that is household names, and then you have this plethora of actors in the cast who were brilliant actors.
Right.
I don't care what medium we're talking about. They're brilliant, amazing actors. You just don't know their names.
Yeah.
Right.
The key is getting the best person for the job.
Probably
yet. But it's like the point is, you listen to Sandman, you're listening to Michael Sheen playing Lucifer, who is that whole cast is incredible. In the recognizable names and the ones that maybe you don't recognize, that's an incredible cast across the board.
That's amazing.
And I know that there's been this big debate about the casting that came out, and I don't like to like lay down opinions on I don't think that's the right choice, or I think that is the right choice. It's ultimately there's all this speculation now with movies. Whenever casting's announced, that's not the person I imagined playing that role. We'll give him a chance. You don't know until you've 100%. Seen it or heard it.
Yeah.
And until then, I mean, I can tell you personally, ever since the first Batman movie, when they announced who was playing Batman, I went, huh? And it was great.
We talking Michael Keaton, like 89? Or
Yeah.
are we talking?
Yeah, we're talking Michael Keaton. I was like,
we all
I was
thought
like,
the same thing. Mr.
Wait,
Mom?
what?
Mr. Mom? What the hell?
And he was great. And then,
second best ever, probably.
Well, I just think, and all of the people who've played Batman have brought something to it that's been marvelous. And so I remember when Mr. Pattinson came up being cast in it, and there was people making all these noises, and it's like, oh, for God's sakes, give it a chance. I mean, how?
Right? They're like,
you're
going
to go see it,
guy?
and
Yeah.
you're going to pay money to see it, and you hate it already. What are you doing?
Dude, the vampire. He's from Twilight. Tweeners. Yeah,
It's so weird
great.
too. It's so weird because like that was 10 years ago. That was more than 10 years ago. Like how long ago was Twilight? He's done other things since then, and people are stuck in this.
Yes,
you
they
know,
are.
Because for whatever reason, that resonated, with them, and that's again, my whole sort of litany ever since I got welcomed into this world has been just let people like what they like, for God's sakes.
That's what the
Michael
lounge is
Keaton,
here for.
Integrity 101, Michael Keaton, Heath Ledger, Affleck, etc. Absolutely. And isn't it wonderful to have some casting that actually challenges what your preconceived notions are?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
100%.
And when I hear people like dropping frankly borderline racist comments because an actor of color has been given a role that in this person's mind has always been, I don't know, Caucasian or whatever. It's like stop it. What are you doing? Where's your imagination? This whole game is awakening imagination and believing and enjoying and all of that. So why not just relax and
Close your eyes and listen.
Just allow
That's
it to happen. Just allow it to happen. And so, is it a predictable on the nose choice for the Mario movie? Well, no, that's not who I would have immediately thought of.
Yeah.
I also happen to know he's an amazingly brilliant actor.
Right.
So let's give him a chance.
It's just been interesting because a lot of people have like been offended on the part of Charles Martinet saying, "Well, he's been playing this character for 25 years. They should show him more respect." And it's like,
no, I
he
understand
shouldn't
that.
just be in cameo. So it's
Hey,
interesting.
I caught some of it because of Mr. Ironside's brilliant work as Darkseid. You know, I saw some comments where people are like, "Nope, it's Michael Ironside," and it's like, okay, that's your thing, cool. I'm grateful
Michael
that I had the chance.
is my V guy. You know, you're on V.
Yeah.
I love you.
My first Darkseid was Frank Welker.
There you go, another genius. And you know, so
okay,
I'm grateful that I had the opportunity to play that character as well. You know, to do it not as well, or meaning as good, but in addition to these other fine actors who've played the role. And I'm grateful that I had the chance. I'm grateful I had the opportunity.
Like you said, it was your perspective on it, and you don't do it any better or any worse than any of those other actors. You took your own perspective, and you did your thing.
It's my read on the character. It's, you know, and so it's going to be, you know, whatever.
And
I'm just grateful.
In this room thinks it was pretty good, man. So
well, that's good. I'm glad. No, I mean, you know,
I'm talking for everybody else. I shouldn't be, but I thought it was pretty good.
All this casting should be the vision of whoever's telling the story. Like when I hear somebody being casted, I'm like, well, maybe that's not what I would have done, but I'm not the one telling the story. It's just the same thing with Heath Ledger. The only thing I knew about him was Brokeback Mountain. But you know, when I hear him casting, we're thinking from the fan's point of view, not the storyteller's point of view. We don't know what kind of movie this guy's going to make. So to put our so-and-so, to put our Superman.
It's very funny that it's very funny that we live in a time now where, I mean, this is really a golden time to be a fan of comic books and anime and all of these other things that there didn't used to be that many sort of avenues to see live action films of certain comic book characters and that kind of thing. And now there just are. And there's so many different actors and so many different directors having a go at telling the story. I think, I mean, to my mind, it only makes it all richer, you know?
Yeah. And as you put it too, it's like, just because Chris Pratt's playing Mario in one movie doesn't negate the work that Charles Martinet did for 25 years. He's still going to be voicing the character, you know?
No, absolutely. Well, I mean, if it
doesn't work, then it doesn't work.
Let's think about the great voices of people, you know, the Batman, the animated Batman voice, you know, and these other incredible actors who've done this in this media, and then other actors have done it in this media, and you know, let's allow for that. I mean, there's a Lego Batman, for God's sakes, and I think it's damn good. So
well, Will Arnett was hilarious. I mean, you hear him being like, he's gonna be Batman, like that's a little weird choice. Thing. It does a great job with that version of the character.
I don't know. My whole thing is like, it used to be you had one or two plates coming down the line. You had a choice between like mashed potatoes and mashed potatoes with gravy. Now you have this unending varietal feast floating by you, and people have the balls to be like, oh, I'm not going to like that. Well, how do you know? You haven't even tried it. It's like trying to feed a toddler. You don't know you don't like that. Try it. So that's where I'm at with that.
It's funny you mentioned mashed potatoes, because my son, since he was really young, like I'm talking really little, just learning how to talk, his mother convinced him that he didn't like mashed potatoes because he rejected them once. And after that, it was like, oh, he doesn't like mashed potatoes. He doesn't like mashed potatoes. He doesn't like mashed potatoes. And so my son would always use that with me. Like, I don't like mashed potatoes, Dad. And then it's like when your 3-year-old looks at you and goes, Dad, I don't like the consistency of them. Like,
nice.
Yeah, you need to stop talking to your mom.
That's a sophisticated child.
Yeah. Except for it was Mom telling him why he didn't like mashed potatoes.
Hey,
he doesn't like them because of the consistency. And it's funny because now that he's older, like we still have this discussion about mashed potatoes. I'm like,
the mashed potato betrayal.
Yes.
I read a great dad trick recently, and I wish I'd known about it when my son was very small. That, you know, anything that you're having that your kid wants to try, if you don't want them getting in on your ice cream or whatever, just tell them it's spicy.
Nice.
That doesn't work with my kids.
You don't want that it's spicy. Oh, your kids like spice?
Yeah, my daughter likes spicy foods. Not like, I mean, not overtly, but like she will make a run for Taco Bell sauce packets, and like the hotter the better. And she's almost 4.
Okay.
So, but then again, her mom and I, we literally get extra hot sauce from taco shops because we like to drink it. No, if you no from Southern California, if you're from Ray knows what I'm talking about here. If you're in SoCal, especially San Diego.
Wow. I can hear that from the kitchen.
Have you ever been? Have you
Ray's
ever
like,
been
no.
Drinking?
Like, no.
Yeah. Okay. Like next time you're in San Diego, find a sombreros.
Are you talking
like
about
the red sauce?
Okay. Are you talking about like making a chilada, like with beer? And
No. I'm talking about like you go
drinking the hot sauce.
Yeah. So like there's a taco shop in San Diego. It's a chain called Sombreros.
Okay.
And I love their red sauce.
Okay.
So like I would go there and I'd get it. I'd order my food. As I'm waiting, I'd fill up a cup of the red sauce and I would just sip on it.
What?
And it's delicious. It's delicious.
Hey, why don't I take you out for a nice mayonnaise cone sometime?
Okay, listen. I'm half Canadian, but I'm the only Canadian I know that hates mayonnaise. So I'm good. Thank you. But I appreciate
He's not half Canadian at all.
That's
We're
not
we're
entirely
not
weird.
accepting him. We don't accept him. We like.
I've drinking red sauce before.
Dude, red sauce is. I mean, yeah, red sauce is great.
It's good, man.
I have to be pretty drunk to smash down.
Nah, man, you sip on it.
If it's like
so much British
really
Isles
thin
that I'm just
salsa,
like, I'm really sensitive
it's
for
pretty
that
good.
stuff.
Yeah,
Little
I'm not saying
cilantro.
like. Yeah, this I'm not. This is like it's not like the chunky stuff. It's not pico. It's just like
Enoch,
it's
how's your
it's
birthday
the
party?
nice red sauce.
It's a nice red sauce.
Yeah.
And you like to drink it. Okay.
Yeah. I haven't had it in a while though. It's
That is a
because I don't live down in San Diego.
fascinating
No, it's good. It doesn't. No, come on. It's like maybe I don't know. Live in San Diego, right? Like do
It's like drinking
Dude,
V8.
I will
honestly,
say
dude. It's like
I did live in San Diego and I never
chunky
went.
V8.
Well, you know what I could go for? A big mug of red sauce. It was
I'm not
just
saying a big mug of red sauce. Just like an ounce cup of it, you know?
Just get the little taste of it.
Little ramekin.
Well,
Just
You know what?
on
It
its own.
spices it up a little bit. It primes the pump. What can I say?
Okay, so but you're not adding it to anything. You're having
That's
just
why he has two
undiluted,
kids.
unaided. Just it's a
Yeah.
solo act. The red sauce
Yeah,
is
yeah,
out there
yeah.
on
I
its
just-
own,
yeah.
opening for the rest of the meal.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so like I'll
here's
get
Wonderwall. Okay.
Yeah, basically, and I get like a couple extra of them, and like I'll take them home with me, and I sip on them. You know.
Okay.
This is crack.
It's
No,
like the
I-
ginger for sushi, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like
A
nowadays, I
cleanser.
keep the stuff. I put it on my eggs when if I can get extra good
Oh,
hot
no,
sauce,
no,
I
no,
put it on
no,
my
no.
eggs and
Good,
stuff.
like a good red sauce.
Ooh,
I became
yeah,
aware,
that's
and you
good.
might want to know this if you do like things that are somewhat spicy. There is a brand of Belizean hot sauce called Marie Sharp's, and it's habanero based, and it comes in different strengths: mild, medium, and Satan is here now. Oh,
that means
so
get
good.
fucked
And-
in Spanish.
just brilliant on eggs and that sort of thing. But I'm real particular about hot sauce. I'm pretty much a
Well,
lightweight.
It's the thing is when it comes to taco shop hot sauce, it is hit or miss where you go. Like there's
It's
a
true.
place, there's a
You are
place
right.
not far from me because I live in Olympia, Washington, kind of out in the boonies.
Okay.
And there's a taco truck that's okay, but their hot sauce is like iffy. But if I go like another 10 miles, there's better hot sauce. So I will make that extra trip just to get the better hot sauce.
So now let me ask you this: do you get your food at the truck and then drive for the hot sauce?
No.
Okay, all right.
I will go and I'll get the food there because I prefer the food overall.
Because that would be kind of intervention
Which is the
time.
better taco?
No, well, I have done things like that before. Like, so when I pick up Uber Eats and I'm picking up from that taco shop,
Yes.
I'll let them know. I'm like, oh, they text me and they asked for extra red sauce.
Oh no!
And they're like, oh, how many? And I'm like, as many as you want to give them. And they're like, okay. And then they give me this big bag of it. And I'm just like, thank you. And I just put it in my center console and I take the food, I drop it off. I'm like, all right, cool.
I won't be thirsty for a week.
I actually, this is true.
Drive
This is
through,
true.
sipping it,
I did that
pinky
one
out.
night.
Oh, hell yeah.
I did that one night and I ran out of water and I was like, it was
Okay,
during the
smoke more
summer
weed.
and I was
This is
really,
way more
really
entertaining.
thirsty. And I'm like, I could just sip on this and I'll be okay. And I sat in my car just sipping on this hot sauce
All right, dude.
in order
you know
until I
what?
could get to some
Seriously.
water. It was bad.
Seriously, like I'm waiting for like you to run a marathon and the people that stand on the side with cups, and I want there to be like a salsa person.
Oh, that'd be
A
okay.
You
red
know
sauce
what?
person.
If it's enough
Another couple
pico
of
in there,
miles, man, keep going.
if they give me the chunky salsa with a lot of pico and tomato, I'm happy. Yeah, go bring it on.
Amazing.
There's enough liquid in there.
Amazing,
man.
I have a weird palate when it comes to things like that.
Really?
Speaking of what hot sauce will do to you, H Bar Server, the $2 super chats just says Defoe.
Yeah.
Are you a friend or a Defoe?
He's been on this Willem Dafoe thing, and he's got the picture there of Willem Dafoe there. So I was gonna ask you that too, Matt. I mean, like, you know, so like if you want the hot sauce, like, do you call Uber Eats and have them go pick it?
No,
hot sauce?
I never use the service.
That's like hot sauce Inception, isn't it?
Yeah, I never use the service. I drive for them. I refuse to give them my money.
He drives for them. He's not using them.
Yeah, I don't. If I ever use it, it's like they'll email me and say, "Here's like $20 off a $25 order," and I'm like, "That driver's getting effed." So I'll leave him an extra tip. But other than that, I will rarely ever use it. Because I'm like, because honest to God, I get cheap, and I'm like, I could just go get it myself. Because like the amount of time it's gonna take to go get it, the gas mileage, I'll just go get it myself. You know, I deliver the food to people who are lazy and don't want to leave their home because they're drunk or stoned. That's where I make my money. But in the meantime, I'm just way too cheap.
Matt's over here doing the math. He's
you have no idea. Like, I literally will like gauge how far miles are between orders. I'll deny orders that are like too far for the cheap. Yeah, I'm super. I have a mortgage in 2021. I have to be cheap.
I'm not just thrifty.
No kidding.
I'm motherfucking cheap.
I got a mortgage and 2 kids, man. I got to be cheap. So it's all good though.
Sorry, Enosh.
Well, I gotta tell you, as a single guy, neither drunk nor stoned, like Uber Eats and Postmates and all that has been like a godsend for me. I have the cleanest oven. I have the cleanest oven in Southern California because it's never used.
I've never used mine, and
I love
Mike's brand new as well. And
I know a lot of people who really do love cooking, and I admire that. It's weird cooking just for yourself, like this whole ornate thing. I mean, I know some people get into it and it's their thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So what was the live stream about last night? Oh, drinking hot sauce and eating mayonnaise by the spoonful. You know, just another stream.
Just another day at the lounge.
Peanut butter with sugar on top.
Well, the tagline is, you never know what's going to happen.
That whole drinking...
Nice.
That whole drinking hot sauce conversation was giving me diarrhea just listening to it.
Dear God. Wow. Okay.
Oh, man.
Wow.
What happened? You're an ass.
They bring diarrhea into it.
I could tell the story about how I paid an Uber Eats driver last night to sit in the drive-thru for me.
When you start bringing diarrhea into it, yes, you've just gone too far. Oh.
I'll tell you this though, Brian. That's the part of the job I hate.
Is the drive-thrus?
Because it all depends. It all depends on like if it's like I'll get a double order from Wendy's, and there's only like 2-3 Wendy's in the area, and this one is always like 20 cars deep, and they don't let us go inside, and then they don't let us go to the drive-thru and check in 2 orders at once. So they want us to go back around. Thankfully, I kind of sweet talked the girl who works the drive-thru, so she knows me. So I get the hookup. But at the same time, it's like I'm there for like 20 minutes just waiting in line, and you know.
And this is why I tip heavily for the drive.
Well, I appreciate. I just need you as a client, Ray. That's what it is.
Burger King last night.
Speaking of
why don't eat fast food?
Listen, guys, Mark Morant, Mark.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, buddy, I miss you, man, so much. Mark has been a long time friend of the channel. Thank you, Mark, with a $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Mark. You are awesome. This haven't been around in a long time. Life got crazy, yo. But just wanted to pop in and say happy B-Day. Hope all is groovy in Flint, and you and the fam are doing well. Have a great one, dude. We're doing great. I hope things are going well for you there in Hawaii, and dude. Love you, man, and we miss you around these parts. So, dude, thank you so much for that.
Nice.
Appreciate you.
That's lovely.
Yes. Yeah, you know, I don't know, man. I just cook at home, man. Like, I don't think I've ever used like
I never have.
Single dude during the pandemic, it was like heavenly.
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
There was nothing
I take that back. I take that back. We used Uber Eats once. We used Uber Eats once and got some pizzas. And like they were really weird about it. They brought the pizzas, but like they didn't tell us that they brought the pizzas. And so we were waiting for the pizzas.
Door?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no one knocks. I'm telling you. The thing is, half the time I get people in the instructions, they'll say like, don't knock. And so a lot of drivers, they just leave it. Like if you've noticed, Amazon drivers have just stopped knocking.
Yeah,
they'll just leave.
You get an email if they can hit the correct house, it's a friggin'
See, I do this. See, Ray. Here's the thing. I do this in the woods at night.
Exactly.
Like and I'm out there. Yeah, by myself in the woods at night. And like I'm like trying to hunt down,
dropping off
houses.
hot sauce and hoping for a tip from a marmoset.
Well, what really saved my ass though is I worked for the Census Bureau last year, so they sent me deep into Trump country, even here in Washington, and I'd have to go out there at night, being a guy from the government during a pandemic, wearing a mask and asking personal identifying information. So it made for some interesting experiences.
We have actual footage here of Matt on his bike trying to get that information from people.
Yeah,
the thing is, like, I saw that and laughed until I heard the kids scream, and as a dad, I immediately am like, "What's up, dude?"
I know.
Because we've all, I definitely did that as a kid, a couple of times.
Yeah.
I got introduced to that Central bar. Oh my God, the worst. The worst. For a brief period of time, my stepfather had a restaurant on an island off the coast of Belize, and everybody drives golf carts on the island, and he decided to include as a part of his restaurant a pizzeria, and then he thought it'd be really fun to do pizza deliveries. I want you to imagine driving around in a golf cart in the Belizean jungle at night looking for an address to deliver a pizza with crocodiles.
No roads either.
Oh my gosh.
Just like little dirt tracks. And that's
Similar in Canada. I lived in Lake Louise, Alberta, up in the mountains at the Chateau Lake Louise, and we had a pizza joint, and they delivered pizzas with a golf cart, and they would drive at night through this little trail, and you had to worry about bears.
Yeah.
And they delivered to Staffacom, so you had to figure out, there was like kind of no address. You know what I mean? You just had to kind of figure it out. So yours is way better because there's crocodiles and stuff. But I understand the pain.
I just love the whole jungle delivery pizza thing. It's just, it makes me really happy.
When you get pizza at the end of the day, you appreciate it so much more.
Well, now they're talking about drones, like literally trying to deliver with drones.
Yeah, that's gonna last.
And I'm just like, that's not gonna
in a heavily armed country. That's gonna last.
People are just gonna shoot it down and take it.
Exactly.
A stiff breeze blowing up first.
It's just like, I
how about nesting birds? How about like hawks and and various other raptors protecting their nests?
Oh yeah, tons of bald eagles up here.
For pepperoni.
I mean,
pepperoni.
We're very sorry your delivery was delayed because of owl.
Well, to be fair, the owl may have just been taking the pizza to Hogwarts.
In a golf cart, delivering pizzas in the jungle.
Nobody heard
you
him
got a
coming
budget.
anyway.
Let's film it.
Dude, I want to see that movie. I want to see Darkseid going around delivering pizzas in the jungle in a golf cart.
That's why he looks like that sitting there as another deliveries come in, and he's like,
the boom tube opens. Dang it!
Oh no, he's watching the app.
There's a great delivery system, a boom tube.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're sitting there, and this like light happens in your living room, and a hand comes out. Here's your pizza, and then it goes away. Let's work on that technology.
Paul,
Star Trek teleporter.
Paul, I would like you to please reread.
Yeah, they'd use it. There would be a sex.
Well, let's think this one through, Chief.
Oh no!
May I read it?
Glory hole. Super glory hole.
Sorry, your pizza order's late, but I had to beat off a few bears before getting here. Is this taking place in Chicago? Enjoy your sausage.
Did you say beat off?
I should make that joke to someone one night and just see what their response is.
I had to beat off some bears.
I had to beat off some bears. Yeah, they'll be like, "What?" Because we do have bears here, so it is possible that they could be roaming around.
it'd be a great way to gauge which of your customers are 9 years old inside. Just looking at that.
I mean, we have elk. Like I said, I had to beat off some bucks. I mean, it's not as good. It doesn't have as much of a euphemism to it, but it's at least more believable.
Sure.
And his hands were so dirty after. Wow.
Although I do live effectively down the road from Evergreen State College, so if you know anything about greeners, yeah, I go there all the time.
When is pizza a microaggression?
I have talked to a lot of people who go to school there, and I asked them about what happened with that, and they all hate it. Like whole situation.
I know a lot of people who went to that school who are from that whole area, and it's never. I mean, we all know this. It's always the extreme biggest possible brush strokes is what's going to get the clicks, is what's going to get the attention. People aren't generally that way, so it's always important to remember.
Hey, I want to say thank you to Zentek. Zentek was here tonight. Thank you, bro, for being here.
Lovely to hang out with you, man.
Yeah.
Best looking guy on this panel.
Mate, have some builders in. Take care of that wall behind you. That's like some serious.
It's good. It's good. I fixed it.
Oh my God.
Damn.
Jeez, that was quick.
Oh my
I don't know. I kind of liked it before when my face was on it. That looked really good.
Have a good night. Thanks for having me on. Hey, good birthday.
Hey Zentek, before you leave, when is your series going to start dropping? I cannot wait.
Oh no!
Soon.
Andre guy.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know when that's happening. Enosh will know. He's in it. So
I am in it. I played a critical role.
Well done. You did. You played probably the biggest role in the show. So
well done.
Oh, that was classic.
See him plug in the plug.
Well, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Zentek for the last 8 years, he's been dealing with this guy. He's on the internet. He's had several YouTube channels because he's gotten kicked off of YouTube. He's been brought back on YouTube. He harasses people. He has called people some horrible things. And I didn't know this. Zentek I've known for a long time, but I didn't know that Zentek actually had like all these other names that he was going by. So every once in a while, Zentek would come in as this other name and like be talking to me. I had no idea it was him. And so like this guy harassing people always calls into question everybody's what would you call it, Zentek? Their integrity, right?
Yeah.
That like he wants to act like everybody's just using everybody and just some horrible
He's just a bully.
things. He's been a big bully to a lot of people.
Not only to regard, like he has no regard for human life in general. It doesn't matter what your religion is, what your race is, what your
he's an attention vampire.
Your physical ability is. He will just go after anyone.
Yeah. So Zentek has been for the last 8 years. He's been dealing with this guy, but as different things. And so Zentek just wanted to see about this guy's integrity, this guy's credibility, and like what if he thought that he had a contact at Warner Brothers all of a sudden that was feeding him information. It's very interesting, and it's going to be a multi-part series.
30 for 30.
Yeah, 30 for 30 kind of.
I look forward to it.
It's going to be a 25 for 25. Don't worry.
I channeled my inner David Zaslav. That's all I'll say.
Nicely done.
So yes. So but hey, we look forward to that, Zentek. Thank you for being here,
Yep.
bro.
Good hanging out with you, man.
Have a good one.
Always love you.
See you soon.
H Parts here with the $5 super chat says, Poindexter Lounge, I use Uber Eats all the time at work, but Matt Jarbo refuses to deliver my Arby's. What up, Jarbo? Delivery for the Defoe.
I believe you should be asking for Jarbies.
Jarbies.
That would be a fair thing if I lived anywhere near Michigan. Which I don't.
No.
Live near.
I am going to bounce. Enosh,
all right,
it's
man.
been lovely hanging out
thank
with
you,
all
bro,
of you
for
this
being here.
evening. And
Yes, sir.
happy birthday. My love to
Thank
the
you for
family.
stopping by. Absolutely.
And we will we'll see you on the next one.
Absolutely. We love you. We love you, Ray. And you guys.
We'll see you guys.
Go find Ray and all that stuff. Thank you, bro.
Night, Ray. Have a good one, buddy.
Always good to see.
At that point, I have to go as well. I'm working in the morning, and I just want to come say happy birthday. And you know what? God damn, I miss you boys. I miss you boys all the time. I haven't seen you guys in so long. I still talk to you occasionally, but god damn, I miss you guys, man.
Aw.
So
I miss you too, man.
Hey, and I don't get to say this enough. I love every single one of you guys. Even Jarbo.
Wow.
What? I thought we were cool, Tony. I thought we were cool.
That's right. I love you, Jarbo.
All right.
I feel
Us Snow Brothers got to stick together. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I feel the love
Snow Brothers.
Snow Brothers. There's another term I'm just not going to use.
We don't have snow here, so it's okay.
Tony's up there.
You know what? Happy birthday, my friend, and have a great night. Love all you guys, like I said, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.
All right, see you later, Tony.
Well, where do you go? See you guys. I'm freezing up. Hold on just a second.
I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do.
There he is. There with them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so hold on a second. I got to get to a couple of these. Wow. Holy crap. Hold on a second.
What happened?
A couple things happened. So I was trying to pull up. First of all, I was trying to pull up the picture of me. I can't find it right now. Of me handing H. Bart's his Arby's. But I'm here in Michigan, so that
if this YouTube thing never pans out, it is a good side job to have. If eventually Doomcock runs out of content, it's a great side job to have.
Yes. I can't find it right now, but that's funny. But then, oh my goodness. So we got Rational Skeptic here. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says, happy birthday, Enosh. Check your Twitter DM. I have to check my Twitter DM here. Let me see where are we going here. Happy late birthday. I think that's you. Is that you? Or maybe you sent it to something else. Here, let me see. You might have sent it to my. That's the problem with having like a personal one and that one. Let me see here. I think I'm not. I know I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything on the. Which one did you send it to, man? You got to tell me which one you sent it to because I'm not seeing anything loading right now. Or maybe it was a request. Hold on a second. Sometimes you get those things where they end up as request. There it was. It's a message request. That's why. Oops. Wait, hold on a second. Oh, I wish Ray wasn't gone.
What happened?
Oh, is this real? What? Hold on. This is not real. Wait, no. This is not September 21st, 2020. Hold on a second. Okay, so hold on right there. Hold on. If this is breaking if it's real. But I got to check and see if this is real.
What the heck is going on?
Just bring it up on the screen real quick. Just bring it up.
Hold on a second. I'm just checking something else real quick, just beforehand, to make sure.
Breaking news. Wow, so special.
Because I don't want to just. I mean, if it's not real, then it might just be some fun thing, and that's great, and might just be what we're looking for to happen one day. But okay, I'm on Hollywood Reporter, and I'm not seeing it. So is this like a joke thing?
I don't know anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry. No. You guys. Okay. So
I'm confused.
I'll show you. Yeah. Well, so was I. So let me show you what he just sent me because this kind of threw me for a second. It was a Hollywood Reporter thing here. Saying Justice League 2 Apocalypse War begins pre-production with Zack Snyder producing. Zack Snyder returns to produce Justice League sequel. except for that's not how you spell sequel. John DeFore, September 25th, 2021.
I
1
think
a.m.
this is I don't think.
I think yeah. I don't think that's real.
Cool, man.
Well. So I'm not supposed to say anything, but I was talking with Mikey Sutton.
Yeah.
And oh no, this thing is totally bullshit because you misspelled justice as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Okay.
come
I
on,
see it now.
Rational. I knew it was you. I knew it was you.
I see it now. Okay. Well, like I didn't even catch the justice at first because I was just like, "What the heck?" Like I'm looking at like.
Oh, why do that to him, man? Look the look on your
face.
No, I just wanted to make sure before I just pulled it
Oh,
up.
it's a what if. It's a what
Okay.
if.
Okay.
It's a what if. It's a what if you could spell.
Hey, I love.
You know scary though, So I was like, what the hell happened?
I know, right?
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on,
like
man?
when you see that, you know what I mean? Like something of that nature, right? You know, it's like, well, hold on a second. Before I bring this up, I just want to, it's like, holy crap. I mean, if that had been real and we just had Ray here, I've been like, wait a second. Hold on, just a freaking cotton pick a minute. But okay, no, that's.
I think we probably would have. It would have been bigger news than that.
Yeah, you would have heard
the
about
chat
that
would have
everywhere.
been buzzing like, Enosh, look at the news.
Well, I mean, if it just came out because it said, whatever. But but you know what? I appreciate the enthusiasm, and you know what? That would have been an awesome birthday present. I'll tell you that. But RJ here, oh my gosh, RJ with a $75 super chat.
Damn.
Holy crap, RJ, dude, I love you, man.
Cheap bastard couldn't spring for 100.
Extra 25 didn't want.
Where's
he didn't
Saggy
want
when you
YouTube
need
to
her?
get that extra 25.
Where's Saggy when you need her? They were going back and forth a couple nights, man, where they were in a giving war there. But no, hey, man, RJ, thank you, bro.
No, of
Thank
course, dude. Happy birthday,
Thank you,
man.
bro. Absolutely. Are you gonna sing happy birthday to me there, where you got there?
I was
Live?
hoping to get in before Ray left because I wanted Ray to see it.
Don't do it in that Undertaker voice you did that one day.
Undertaker voice.
What was that voice you did the other when?
I
you
do
were
a
reading?
lot of different voices. You got to be.
Yeah, I was like this really weird, like Paul Bear.
Yeah, Paul Bear. Yeah, it sounded like Paul Bear.
Oh, the Paul Bear voice. Gosh.
Yeah,
I don't remember how I did that.
To
be honest.
That's good.
Let's hear you sing it as Christopher Walken.
That's awfully specific.
Wow, you had Christopher Walken on your mind or something?
Here, he does another song.
Who
I can pull
does
that up. I can pull it. He does another song.
Somebody come get her, she's dancing like a stripper. Hey, somebody come get her, she dancing like a stripper.
Okay, what is that from?
That's RJ.
Is that really you singing? That's not a. Oh man.
I think that's like a no comment situation.
I thought it was.
Well, no, it might be his voice, but it's definitely an AI thing.
Did you fall victim to Saggy?
It's not. It's not RJ's. Where'd he go? He's gone.
Wow, sorry. Hey, didn't mean to change. I was just asking.
Jeez, lost a couple people there. We lost Brian too. What the heck happened? We lost both of them. That's weird.
Sometimes it kicks you off.
Oh, that's weird. No, it's a TikTok.
RJ's internet went out.
Oh, his internet went out. Give me just a minute. He says, just a second. Yeah, it's a TikTok, and so she took it from that and made one of those face things for him. Pelican 74. There's my man. There's my buddy. Haven't talked to Pelican 74 in a long time. He's been here a couple times lately. He's my resident guy, man. That when they finally get that Tron 3 thing going, man, we're both gonna throw a party, dude.
Can you invite me to that party?
Heck yeah, man. Yeah. But he says, happy birthday, my friend. Hope you have a great one. Dude, I did. It was really great. By the way, I showed you guys this, my Tron thing that I picked up.
I got one of those too. I got one too.
Okay, but did Wonder Meg sell you yours?
No, Entertainment Earth did.
Yeah, I was gonna get mine from I think it was Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store, but Wonder Meg had one at the place where she works, and I found this there, and I'll tell you what, this is fantastic. This is absolutely, I love the packaging. Packaging is great, and I didn't know that it was limited to 3,000 pieces. That's awesome. So you can see right there just the detail on that, man. It's cool stuff. Now
we have a message from Brian, by the way. Brian went to bed to eat and get some food and go to bed, but he says happy birthday.
Oh, we lost him. Oh. Okay.
He messaged that on the group Twitter chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, bummer. Well, we lost him. Well, we love him. We love him. No, William, you talked about before about like, you know, like not opening stuff, right? So like I can't imagine opening that Tron thing as much as I would love to have
3,000 limited. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, as much as I would love to like have that out, you know, and be able to, you know, mess around with those figures and stuff, you know, and like, you know, pose them next to those original ones that are translucent. I would never do that. What's that? Galaxy, was it Galaxy Toys?
Toy Galaxy.
Galaxy.
Dan Larson.
Dan Larson from Toy Galaxy. He opened one. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And just tossed the box. Just threw the box away. And I'm like,
I would have convulsed.
I'm like, what?
I'm probably going to open mine too. I just don't have anywhere to put it yet. So,
no.
Now you know how I feel. You tortured me that one day.
But look, well, because like a regular McFarlane figure, like I'm not going to worry about. But like this is like a package, and then they're individually packaged in there. So I mean, like, oh my gosh, like no, it's too beautiful. It's just so gorgeous. I can't imagine doing that. I can't imagine. My box is a little dented though, but it's okay because I love that.
So Tron related, you'll notice behind me, I've got the old Star Wars Arcade 1-Up machine back there.
Yeah.
And then over here, I got the Marvel one.
Mm-hmm.
I promised my wife I would not buy any more Arcade 1-Up machines with one caveat. If they put out Tron, that deal is off. And they're putting out Tron. It's been leaked, but they haven't officially announced it yet.
Really?
So I made some room. There's room. You can't see it right over here. I made room for Tron.
Well, so it's interesting, man.
They haven't made it yet, and you've made room already?
Oh well, they've already leaked pictures of it.
Is it gonna have the controller on it?
Yes, it's gonna have Tron and discs of Tron.
Well, then I'm gonna have to get that now because here's the thing: I bought a 300 game thing just because it had Tron on it. But the problem is that it doesn't have the the joystick to it, so you got to use the little spinner thing, you know, to do it. I mean, it works just fine. It works just fine, but there's something about being able to, and dude, the artwork alone, I would have to have that.
The one thing is the pictures have leaked today. A couple websites actually posted it early. They weren't supposed to post it, then they pulled it. They blacked out their faces. Like the Tron characters, like their photos, just like the original arcade machine, but they like took out like Jeff Bridges and they took their faces off so they don't have to pay licensing rights.
That's dumb,
but still looks pretty good.
Hey, before I got to dip out.
Christopher Walken's here.
Hey, Jarbo.
Sideline, you're welcome to the Tron party. Flynn lives for sure.
What you were talking about today, I got a glimpse of it. The Marvel and Disney suing Ditko and Stan.
Yeah, the estate stuff.
Yeah. Before I dip out, that's the only thing that is how much are they going to pay out in either a settlement or a license?
No, they're going to settle it. It's going to be fine.
I think they're going to drag it out in court. I think they're going to drag it out in court and then just run them out of money.
Okay, but here's the thing: why even go public with this after the Scarlett Johansson thing? This is just a bad look.
It's because
it's really not that big of a deal, to be quite honest with you. I mean, the same thing happened with Superman.
I don't think Disney wanted to go public. I think it's
because yesterday the news broke about the estate seeking to terminate the copyright. So today Disney responded with like, nuh-uh. And look, the thing, like here's the thing with this. I know they went up with that with Superman and whatever. But it's possible that it's gone through Marvel itself has gone through multiple owners that they might have it could be so fuddled at this point. I don't know.
They're gonna pay it out though.
What they're not gonna pay. I guarantee they're not gonna pay out a lot. But here's the thing though with this. Think about this one, William. What if they lose and Spider-Man goes back to Ditko, and then the Ditko estate can then license Spider-Man back to Marvel for theatrical?
No, I asked that question because you brought that up. I got a copyright lawyer because I don't want to get sued. From what I understand is that if Ditko assumes, if he gets control back of the copyright, he assumes all the contractual and deals that come with it. He just assumes control of them now. So
Sony I see. Film. Okay.
So those contracts, it's just who controls it. So because that was a good question, and I'm like, yeah, that would be a mess for all things involved on either way. But if I'm Marvel, I mean, people know Ditko, people know Stan Lee, just the optics of taking those guys to court. How come just not handle this on the down low? I mean, really down low.
Because the other people brought it out first. They brought it out.
I think it was the comic book heirs who wanted to go public.
Yeah,
that's who pushed it.
Wow,
yeah, that's kind of the whole point. Is like when they want to make it public like that. When they want to make it public like that, they're looking to get the support. And the thing is, a lot of people, like, I'm not trying to defend Disney here, but I think Disney has when you buy it as a work for hire, you sell it. You know what I mean?
I got a question there, because back then, when we say work for hire and things like that, we're thinking in the modern terms of how things go. But back then in 1960, was there anything like that? I mean, are we going on basically assumption?
Well,
it might be more of an assumption.
There was something called the Marvel method, where they would sit around in the room while they're smoking their cigars, coming up with stories and ideas, and that's how a lot of the stuff that came to be. Right? They're sharing the ideas openly in the air and just kind of like, okay, let's do this, let's work on it, right? To me, this screams as the heirs to these legendary creators trying to rake in on some of the cash and get a piece of the money pie. That's what it comes across as. I don't know. It's a complicated bubble of things.
Legal question though, because Stan Lee wasn't just an employee; he was in Ditko at that point in time. They were as much as part of the creative control and the running of that company. Would that be considered differently than like if Enosh back in like 1982 created a character and he signed a contract saying everything I create either as a freelancer or as a hire on belongs to whatever company I'm working on? They were pretty much in the genesis of the company. Was there?
That's the thing. That's the thing that is very weird about this and frustrating. It's like you sold this character to the company, right? You sold your rights away already. I'm just not sure why they are suing and they're trying to get this termination of copyright. I don't understand what the goal is for them outside of compensation. Have they not been compensated fairly already, or like, well, what's the deal? That's what I don't get.
They may not have been compensated at all, though, because, like I said, was there a sale of this intellectual property, or was it just created and then under the assumption while those men were with the company, so there was no actual transaction? I'm wondering if that's their case. Either way, it's going to settle, but I just thought it was weird to see the headline.
Here's another reason why they might not settle and why they might just drag it out. Because they literally have a time limit to be able to do this.
Yeah, it's June 2023.
Yeah, it's basically they're going, okay, we have 2 years to get this thing done.
Is it everything?
No,
it's Spider-Man, Ant-Man. It's like 5 different estates.
Okay, so it's okay, because the article made it seem like it was just Spider-Man for 2023.
No, it's Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Black Widow, Hawkeye. I mean, like everybody. Doctor Strange. I mean, like whatever they're doing right now would be like it would. If that happens, then it's like essentially it's going to be all X-Men all the time.
THR, no, because THR updated their article and they said that they wouldn't lose the rights to those characters. They would just have to share ownership with those comic book heirs, and basically they would just have to share the profits with them.
Yeah,
that's basically what they had to do.
And they won't do that. They won't do that because it's not going to be a value to them to do that.
No, well, again, I don't think it's a non-issue because they're just going to pay them out. They're just going to do this. They're going to sell this out of court. To be honest,
I have a feeling. Look, I'm probably wrong, but I just have a feeling they're like at this point, it's like now they're effing with their money, and they have enough to hold on to that to make it like where
I'll see you guys in about an hour.
You know how it's kind of like if you're going to take a shot at the king sort of thing.
I probably won't be here in about an hour, so yeah, because we're going to start to.
Okay, then
we've already gone 2 hours, and yeah, it's just a simple stream tonight.
Well, then happy birthday! Welcome to the Geritol crew. If you need any supplies, any VHS, any of that stuff that makes your joints not make the sound, just let me know. I'm stocked up.
All right, man. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I appreciate that, bro. And hey, if you need any Doom Kallax, I got you covered.
One of these days, I'm going to bring some beat. Never mind. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, buddy. See you. Yeah, look, I agree. I think they're either gonna drag it out where it's just not gonna be an issue. I just highly doubt that they're gonna end up taking the copyright away from from Disney. I mean, this
well,
is
because Disney's still going to have the trademark.
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's going to be.
They're just flexing their muscles right now. Here's
Well, no.
There's already legal precedent. It's the exact same lawyer from the Superman case. The exact same lawyer.
And then, but didn't they get around that by just like putting up credit?
Yeah, well, somewhat like that. Yeah, there's something. I think that they got some kind of compensation or something like that, but it wasn't like some crazy thing. But here was the thing about Superman, though. If the estate had won that, they wouldn't have gotten Superman like we know him today. Okay, so they wouldn't have gotten this guy right here. This is modern Superman. Okay, they wouldn't have got that. They would have gotten Superman that Siegel and Schuster created that couldn't fly, could only leap buildings in a tall single bound. We're talking no Daily Planet, no Jimmy Olsen, no Perry White. He worked at the Daily Star, like, so it would have been completely different. And so like that was a whole other thing. But like they already went through this. Disney already went through this with Mickey Mouse.
Well, Disney literally changed copyright law to make sure they didn't lose Mickey Mouse.
Well, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these, copyrights and trademarks are going to be coming up here if they haven't already.
This is the time. It's like 50
because
plus
this
years
is the
later,
time. Yeah, because in our generation and the generation, a couple generations before was when all these things started getting created. In the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. And so this is the time that some of those things are going to start, hitting. And but the thing is that, like you said, RJ, they're going to find ways around it, and I don't think anybody is looking to try to take away like IP like that. When you're talking billions of dollars at stake.
No, they just want money. This is a money grab, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, and look, I'm torn, and I said this in my little in my personal stream earlier. I'm torn on this because on the one hand, look, you look at Siegel and Schuster's, they created literally the most iconic pop culture superhero character of all time. You can love him, you can hate him, but Superman is the absolute first and most iconic superhero of all time. He's Superman. He is the template by which everybody else was created. I said this in my stream earlier today too. You can go literally in parts of the world that are densely put away from society and mankind and everything, and you go there and there's two symbols that you can take, and this is a known fact. There's two symbols that you can take into those places, and they'll be recognized. One is the cross, and the other one is the Superman insignia, the S shield. And it's crazy to think that, but that is absolutely true. So the thing is that, do I think that the people who created that character should have been absolutely in the poorhouse like they were by the time the 70s came and Richard Donner was fighting to just put their name on his film? No. To me, that's a travesty.
Same thing with Bill Finger.
Bill Finger, exactly, right? Like, but look, do I understand how Siegel and Schuster sold the rights because it was, again, like we were just talking about, a work for hire, right? So I get that. And nobody could have known what Superman would become. There's no way to know that thing. But still, I don't believe that those guys should have suffered the way that they did. And so I do believe that they should have had something, and even their family should have something for that.
Well, Steve Ditko was a fascinating person because he was very much a private man. He did not do any public interviews. He stayed secluded. He didn't really want any of the public attention. He rarely talked about Spider-Man and the characters he worked on. Again, you just kind of stayed recluse. I mean, there's a I think, Matt, you shared this documentary on your Twitter. It's a really great one from the BBC about him. Like, he was a very private, strange man, but like, it's interesting. There's a lot of like, it's just weird that now this is coming up because I don't think Ditko really never went public about his feelings about compensation or like his feelings about the character really in any regard, Yeah.
So I just have a feeling it's either going to get drug out, and take a lot of time till it just goes away, or there'll be some money passed along. There'll be some kind of agreement worked out, where everybody's happy because look, it really doesn't do these estates any good either to take possession of it, because like everybody thinks, oh yeah, but then they can license it out and they'll make money. But see, these people aren't in a position to, like the Superman thing was brought up, and I remember because I followed that pretty closely, obviously, because I'm a big Superman fan when that was happening a few years ago. And the thing that kept coming up is that the estates of Siegel and Schuster, those people didn't know how to manage a character like Superman.
No.
Like even if they had the rights to it, they don't know how to do those things. They don't know how to broadcast those things or take care of those things. So it's not just like, well, we're going to take this away from this, corporation and give it to the little guy. These little guys didn't know what to do with it anyway. So I don't even think it was a thing so much as they really wanted all that control. Like you said, they just wanted compensation.
I hear what you're saying about the, Siegel and Schuster, they had like no money later in life. I hear that. I understand that. I'm uncomfortable though with the idea that you can sell something and then someone can take it back. Like we're in Philadelphia. This issue came up about a year or so ago with the Philly Fanatic. The Philly Fanatic was created by Bonnie Erickson. She was a designer for Jim Henson Productions. And I think he was created in 1970, 1971. Just last year, they reached some point where she got to take some part of the trademark back. So they had to change the look of the Fanatic to like, I don't know, somehow skirt the issue. And it just feels like, well, wait a minute. If you hire someone to do something, like if I hired someone to build me a house, like if I hired a contractor and said, build me a house, I don't want to be living in the house and then at age 80 or something, the guy goes, that's a great house. I'm going to take it back now. I built that. That may not be a great analogy.
No, I totally agree, Joe. It's a weird thing. It's like you sold this, you gave it away. Now, like 50 years later, it's like, nope, I want it back now. Please give it back. It's like, huh?
Yeah, I get. That's why I say I'm torn, because it is. It's like how do you navigate those waters? I don't know. But real quick, I do want to get to a couple things here. Rational Skeptic with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Rational. Says, Enosh, are you excited for Venom 2? Any expectations? I am excited for Venom 2. I love Venom 1. I can't wait,
dude. Next week's gonna be awesome.
I loved Venom 1. I thought that it was good. My only concerns for Venom 2 is that they chose with a character and a storyline that should honestly be rated R. In all honesty, with Carnage. Carnage is something, dude, that should be absolutely brutal. So my only concerns from the very beginning was to have something like that, and then that first trailer was absolutely like packed wall to wall with nothing but jokes. Like it was nothing but jokes.
I totally understand that, but I think I was in the same boat, but I kind of understand what they're going with now. Basically what they're doing with this version of Venom is they are fully embracing the 90s cheese. Because if you go back and read some of those comics with Venom, in the 90s, they were very, like, he cracked jokes. He was very, like, he was still like a villain and stuff, but like he was very cheesy. Like it was purposely cheesy, right? So I think the idea is that they're embracing making it more like the 90s incarnation of the character versus the more like darker and grittier thing, which I think makes sense because I think they're setting him up to fit in with a certain tone. That's, we'll see when the movie comes out. But
yeah,
I don't know. I when I look at it from the perspective of them trying to emulate the 90s version of Venom, I understand and can respect what they're doing with that version of the character. That makes sense.
I disagree that it should be rated R. I don't see any reason it should be. I mean, the original comics, the Venom comics, they carried the comics code on them.
I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. Did you read Maximum Carnage?
I didn't read that particular story.
Okay, Maximum Carnage. The story Maximum Carnage is brutal. Like, there's no way that I feel like comfortable. Like, I don't, and this is just my personal opinion. Like, there are very few comic book movies that I think need to be rated R. Okay, one, Deadpool needs to be a rated R thing.
Disagree with that too.
I don't. Deadpool has a certain way of talking, a certain way of doing things that I feel like.
Yeah,
like
but
if you do it
but
any
not
other
in the
way,
comics. Not in the comics. In the comics, he was published under the Comics Code, except for a brief run in Max, Marvel Max.
But Comics Code, dude, like they get away with so much with the Comics Code nowadays. The Comics Code ain't.
Well,
like
the Comics Code doesn't exist anymore. They got rid of
that's
it.
That's what I'm saying. But like the Comics Code, that's what I'm saying. Like the Comics Code got like towards the end of the Comics Code, like it just whatever. So what I'm saying though is that Deadpool is a certain character that I believe lends itself to that. And if you're going to do it in a way that is like actually befitting where it doesn't come off as cheesy, then you got to take it seriously. Like I absolutely love the fact that Zack Snyder's work with Batman v Superman and Zack Snyder's Justice League was considered R-rated. Now it's not R-rated because it's like dirty and wrong or whatever. It's just because of what it is. It actually deals with real life things. Maximum Carnage, that comic book series, anybody will tell you who read that comic book series. I mean, that's brutal. People are dying left and right. There is violence all over that comic book, man, all over that comic book series, because it was a series between Spider-Man, Venom, and Carnage. And that is like crazy. So when you introduce somebody like Carnage is like absolute rage. He's absolute evil. He's
a serial killer.
Yeah, he's a serial killer, dude. Like there ain't nothing like family friendly about Carnage. So to me, if you don't treat that with some kind of respect and you just literally have a bunch of jokes on it, that's where I'm concerned. I'm not saying it's going to suck. I'm not saying that it's going to be bad. I trust him from the first one, right? But it was like, like the couple minutes that trailer was just listening to like one joke after another. And that was my problem with it. It was just literally one joke after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. And I was just like, well, where's the respect for the character of Carnage? Like, even if you don't do it R-rated, like, where's the seriousness of the fact that he's a serial killer? You know what I mean? It's not just Woody Harrelson up in a prison somewhere smiling and acting kooky. Like, he's somebody who literally murders people, right? And I guess that's the thing that's one of the reasons why I like comic book movies that take their source material a little bit more serious, because like, think about that. If you made a regular movie about a serial killer murderer who goes out and literally just destroys people, like, you would take that seriously. That wouldn't be a PG-13 fair. You know what I mean? Like
I totally get that from the way the.
I mean, so that's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from.
I think it depends how much you show. Like, if you're showing like gory, like if it's got a lot of gore and you're actually showing the violence, but if deaths are happening off screen, like you could have a TV show about a serial killer that would air on prime time. But it all depends what what's
Carnage. It's Carnage, dude. It's Carnage, and that's the thing is like you have to take it like some of the panels of that Maximum Carnage, some of those Maximum Carnage books. Holy crap, dude! Like, it's brutal. It's really brutal. So that's just why I say it. I mean, like, I know everybody loves something different, but that's my only concern with.
Yeah, I mean, they put out some clips from the movie that actually were very serious. I mean, like I told you, there's like they had the dialogue in between Eddie Brock and Cletus Kasser where he talks about, oh, your father never looked at you the same way after you were born because you killed your mother in the womb. Like there's like some dark dialogue and some really serious like stuff with that character. So I'm hoping, I think most of the comedy is going to come from Eddie Brock and Venom anyway. I don't think you're going to see Carnage making too many jokes. So I think they'll respect the character in that sense. So.
Is that him or me? Am I still here?
I hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you froze for a second.
Lost RJ.
No, we're all here.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah, I'm fine, I think.
RJ, are you there?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you hear? I can hear RJ.
You can hear RJ?
I can hear RJ.
Hi.
Now I can hear RJ.
Okay, there we go.
That. I have no idea what just happened there.
Is Matt still here? Can we all hear him? Okay, I hear him. Do you hear him? Does everyone hear him?
What's your take on Venom 2, Matt?
That was weird.
There's nothing wrong.
That I've seen floating around today looks like a lot of fun, actually. So,
yeah, there were some clips actually where it's Venom in a rave, and I'm like, this looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like he literally drops the mic and he's like literally partying at a rave. It looks amazing. Like I'm just like, this is cinema. This is exactly what I wanted. Here we go.
I think it's going to be funny to see what they do with it.
Yeah, no, the CGI looks a lot better too in the clips.
It does. They had a lot of time to work on it. That's for certain.
The only thing I'm wondering is why they changed directors. Like the first one was a hit. Why did you?
Because
Fleischer
was they put him on Uncharted because he had to go to that because the other guy dropped out. What's his name?
Dan Trachtenberg.
No, not him. The Stranger Things guy, not the Duffer Brothers, but the guy.
Sean Levy. Sean Levy.
Yeah, Sean Levy.
Right, because it was Dan Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
And then Trachtenberg just wrapped up filming the new Predator movie, the Predator prequel.
Yeah, for Disney. Yeah.
Yeah. So weird to think that it's like for Disney. It's like, well, it's for Fox, but yeah, or 20th Century.
Walt Disney's Predator.
Yeah. Kids.
By the way, Joe.
Yes.
Dude.
I sent you that to show you what I mean. You see how their faces are blacked out on the side? It
That's
doesn't.
fine.
It's not that bad, but
no, it's not, dude. That will be mine.
Yeah.
That will be mine.
And it's, you see they got the little Wi-Fi signal. You'll be able to play. You and I can be playing each other from Michigan and Philadelphia.
Oh, that is fantastic. That is a thing of beauty right there. Oh my gosh. Yes, in television, Tron Deadly. I got my in television, so I've got a copy of Tron Deadly discs. Actually, Monkey Jeebus right here.
Will this be on the Amico?
Under my desk? You know what? Well, hold on, because what's his name said that he's looking at trying to get the licenses for Tron because Tron was a huge part of Intellivision.
Huh?
I mean,
I didn't know. I was making a joke. I mean, if that happens, and I'd love that.
When I had Tommy here, when I had Tommy here on the channel, and we talked about the Intellivision Amico, I asked him that question because one of the things that I remember about having the Intellivision was it was the first game system that Tron had video games on. Like actual Tron video, you had discs of Tron. You had there was, oh my gosh, there was like two or three of them. And so and I asked him that, and he said yes. He says that's what we're looking to do. That's like our second wave. Like once we get this thing going, he says we want to do licenses like that. And Tron is absolutely. That's why they even made the console look kind of Tron like, so. Zentech with a $10 Australian super chat. Thank you. Says happy birthday, Mr. Enosh Zaslav. Thank you so much, man. That's gonna be, you guys got to check out his
trust me, I cannot wait for that. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. Is it weird that I'm like, I kind of feel bad for Andre?
Yes, you should feel weird for that. Don't feel bad.
I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think the guy is a total piece of crap, and trolling him is one thing, but it's like, I mean, at some point, because with the way that Zentech described it was like, this is years in the making.
Some of it is, yeah.
So I mean, I'm just, so that's where I'm like a little like, I mean, this guy's got mental issues for years, and you're trolling him. I don't know. I want to watch it. I want to see what it is. I don't know. It's not like my cup of tea personally. Because it's, I don't know, like, I kind of feel like the dude's an idiot, and
but he's there's stuff that's happened that the whole point of it is not the reason why I was okay with it was because when Zentech explained to me what he was doing, it wasn't just to do a gotcha kind of thing. It was to show the idea of this guy has harassed people. I mean, the dude was harassing me like something fierce there for a while. I mean, and he's
was he directly coming at you, or was he just doing it in videos?
No, he was directly coming
okay, because like I know he's mentioned me.
Well, and in videos, he was doing both. He was dropping my name left and right and stuff. He calls me Poindexter Lounge,
Okay, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny.
I know, I get it. Okay, but the thing is, like, he's done all that. Like, he calls me a sea sucker and all this stuff. And
there's also some allegations towards him as well. That's like,
yeah, well, I know about the serious allegations, which is my whole point. If those allegations hold any merit, go to the cops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Like that's essentially, because it's like, all I'm saying is I've been on the other side of a lot of crap. So like where I'm at is I have to like, oftentimes it's like, is it worth it? Is what I always ask myself. Like it's like going after the fandom menace. I feel like I'm punching up, because like because they are clearly very vocal and everything else. And with Andre, it's not like don't troll the guy, but it's like how severe is the trolling? That's I don't know.
He was the dude was sending me stuff every day, like to all my accounts. Like just it was insane.
Okay.
And I was trying to be nice to him. I tried to be nice to him for a while, but like he just is like nonstop, and he keeps changing accounts, and like I don't want to that was my concern of mine too, Matt, to be quite honest with you. Like and actually Zentek and I actually talked about that because Zentek felt the same way. He felt the same way about it. Like, should I release this? Should I do, something with this? And when he explained to me that he just wanted to point out the fact, like, this guy has been harassing people, this guy's been doing this to people, and then calling everybody's integrity on the carpet, like, that's why he did it. And so
no. I understand that. I understand that. I don't know. I have to see it. I saw the trailer and it kind of left I'll be honest, it kind of left a little bit of like a bad taste in my mouth. I was just kind of like, I walked away going, I mean, okay. I don't know. It's that, but that's me personally. Like again, it could be really funny. Like there are people out there that I felt bad have gotten like severely dicked over online, but I've watched some of those videos and like, yeah, okay, they kind of deserve a little bit of, like even when I had my crap, like I messed up and people were dunking on me, and it's like, all right, like, yeah, I screwed up, like go ahead, have your fun sort of thing. I can't do nothing about it anyway. Might as well kind of play along. Sure. But there is a time where it goes to be like, like too long. Cause if this guy has mental problems and then, like I know you go undercover and you're doing you're impersonating somebody a little bit. Like, I mean, at this point you're like, how the hell does this guy not know? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, how do you not? Okay. And then I saw him like run with some of the scoops that Zentek had sent him, which I thought was pretty funny. And, mild trolling like that's one thing. I just don't want my fears, I should say, is I don't want him to like this to come out and it to like just push him over the edge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my fear with all this stuff nowadays. Cause like everything is so intense these days. You never really know, which is why I think Venom 2 is going to be a grand time in the theater and you should all go see it. And nice
segue there. Nice segue.
I'm trying to segue to something funner, I guess. What's a movie coming out you didn't want to see?
I'm sorry.
There's a movie coming out that like RJ and I were talking about this. What movie was it that Enosh didn't want to see, RJ? That we were going to bully him into?
Oh, well, I know he wasn't going to see Shang. He was like, I'm not really interested in Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you saw Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's another one coming out that like we were joking last night about that. I don't know. There's a movie coming out. If you say you're not interested in it, RJ and I are going to bully you into watching it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I wish
I can't think of one right now.
I can't think of the name right now.
I have absolutely no interest in seeing the Eternals.
That might be what it is. I don't know. I don't want to see it
either.
I'm going to go see it anyway. Like, I mean, listen. I wasn't interested in Captain Marvel, but I still went to the preview screening.
I'll see anything they put out. I trust them at this point.
Well, so there's that, and it's also like I've seen all the other ones in theater. Like it's
right.
It's like at this point, well, okay, they've earned my money. Yeah. And then I can at least say that I've seen it before I talk crap about it.
Matt's newest obsession after Boss Baby is Party Venom.
Listen. You cannot deny.
Boss Baby 2 was good.
Boss Baby 2 was really good. Yeah. Although I will say this though, I feel like they did Jimbo and Stacy wrong. Like especially if you've watched the 4 seasons on Netflix because they have the Boss Baby show. Jimbo and Stacy, like the fat kid and like the girl that were in the first movie, his associates, they're like his number one and number 2 all the way throughout the series, all 4 seasons. And then like in the movie, they get a passing mention in the beginning. It's all like, oh, they ended up getting married and now he's the mayor. Like, okay, cool. But like they should be, I don't know, like, but then they're just
Boss Baby 3, Matt. Boss Baby 3.
Hey, here's the thing. It actually did kind of okay. I don't know how well it did on Peacock, but If they give us another Boss Baby movie, I'd be very happy.
I like the first Boss Baby movie. I haven't seen the second one yet, but
I think the second one's better.
The series is really good.
It is. It is.
I haven't seen the series either.
The series is really good because like there's an episode and it's in season 4 where he ends up going to Chicago on spring break, and like he's like, you know what, I'm gonna go and like get a job at a normal business, and then work my way up to CEO in the span of a day, and he does. But he also finds another baby who is there, and all they do is they put on a mustache, and like everyone thinks that they're an adult. But he puts on like, you know, he gets into this competition with this other baby and ends up like racing the baby to the top to become CEO and then go out on top, you know? Like that's it. But it's a really funny episode because it's just like, it's so absurd.
Matt, I think our kids are close in age because you and I watch all the same shows. Boss Baby, Bluey.
Yeah. Oh my God. Have you seen the new Spidey show on Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, we watched the whole thing 3 times today. My daughter literally at this point, we're watching I think we're watching like, what was it? Tinkerbell with a pirate fairy one from last night. And like the Captain Hook has got one of the fairies, and my daughter is like, oh no, get Spidey. Get Spidey, you know? And so she doesn't know which one is which because it's not like, you know, Spider-Man. They just say it's like Peter Parker, Gwen, and Miles. And that's, you know, that's the core cast. But like today she was running around the couch just in circles. Like, we got to catch Rhino, you guys. We got to catch Rhino.
That's awesome.
And so she's like, but she's like super into this show. And it like, I'm not even kidding when I say this, within the first like 30 seconds of putting it on, she was in. And she just loves it. And it's like, all right, it's 7 episodes. There's another season coming, I found out. And it's a nice break from Bluey. But, you know, these kids, man, they run to these shows.
Well, real quick here. Rational Skeptic with $2 super chat said, it sucks Blade MCU isn't rated R.
It's fine. It doesn't need to be rated R.
But blood and vampires go together.
Hey, I got a question for you guys that hasn't come up tonight. We did get a big, huge, major bit of nerd news that came out today, and no one's brought it up. Russell T. Davies coming back to Doctor Who.
No, that's a huge deal. The original show, the showrunner who revived Doctor Who with the 2005 reboot, who left for David Tennant.
I get it. I get
Russell T. Davies.
No, who?
Yeah, Doctor Who.
Doctor Who's for nerds. No, I've only watched the Eccleston, like 1 episode of Eccleston, and that was enough.
This is a huge deal. I put in our group chat. This would be like if Dave Filoni left like Star Wars for a little bit and came back.
No, I get that because whoever is running it now,
they're horrible.
They're horrible. Like, isn't it Cheburn?
Chibnall, actually, Chibnall is not great. He's not great, but he's better than what we had. Stephen Moffat, the guy who was doing the Peter Capaldi years, he had gone off the rails. So Chibnall's not great, but it did get moderately better. I don't know. I think he's getting a lot of hate because he put a woman in there, frankly. But
well, I mean,
it's still not great. It's still not great.
No, the problem with the new Doctor Who isn't Jodie Whittaker. It's just the fact that the stories are horrible.
Yeah, but they're still better than the Capaldi stories. The Capaldi stories were so bad. Oh, they were. It was hard to watch the Capaldi years, and I liked Peter Capaldi. It's just those stories, man, were like they were brutal.
So here
I'm just happy he's back.
Here's H Barts. He said, just tweeted a pic at you. He's watching us while making spaghetti tacos.
Nice. They look delicious.
They do look delicious. That looks very, very tasty.
You look like a defeated man, H Barts.
That's not H Barts. He's not green. Where is?
I don't know why, but when I
pink.
I don't know why, but when I saw this picture, I thought this was the YouTuber Some Call Me Johnny. He's a gaming YouTuber. I thought he looks a lot like him, actually. It's funny.
Shit my pants. Right here?
I think Monkey Jeebus in the chat actually hit my issue with the Capaldi years. He says, I hated Clara. I hated Clara too, but only with Capaldi. I liked Clara with Matt Smith, but her point to the show was finished. So,
bunch of nerds.
Why am I doomed to die alone?
Because you cried when Iron Man died?
I loved him 3,000.
Don't lie, you know, she cried too.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Don't lie to yourself.
I cried
crying on the inside.
I cried when Spock died.
Yeah, I've cried when Spock died too.
Every time.
RJ trying to keep his cult going.
It's not a cult. These are just friends who do everything I say, offer me their bodies for sex, and occasionally kill people in my name. Does that sound like a call to you?
That sounds like a fun Saturday night.
That's true. Now, let's ask you an existential question, Matt.
If you've ever donated blood, the blood could be in somebody's boner right now. Until next time.
Well, it's nice to know that I potentially lost my virginity before I lost my virginity.
I love boner jokes when they're not on WandaVision.
Oh
no! See, here's the thing. That joke is going to come back. That joke is going to come back, and that is actually Quicksilver.
Yeah,
that is going to come the hell back.
I agree with you.
And I cannot wait for that to happen. And then everyone's going to be like, "But it was a boner." Like, oh come on, that was funny. I thought it was funny.
The AMBW channel with a $5 super chat, thank you, sir, says no night is complete without Matt Jarbo unceremoniously praising the Boss Baby. Matt, in 10 seconds or less, convince Enosh to watch the Boss Baby.
All right, I might need a little bit more than that, but let me summarize it like this. Enosh, you like good stories about character development, right?
Yes.
About family, about brothers, specifically 2 brothers. You know, they're born a couple years apart, but they're trying to find each other. They're trying to find ways to grow together. They're trying to find ways to bond, find ways to save the day, to be the heroes that they need to be, to almost be like Superman themselves. You know, what if Superman and his younger brother were able to go out there and like save a small town? That, my friend, is Boss Baby the series. You will learn about camaraderie and compassion and joy and love and empathy. My God, the empathy. And my favorite thing, pure unfettered capitalism.
Now, are we talking about like Superman who like turned the ray on like and depleted Zod's powers? Superman 2.
Yeah. Because Superman.
Here's the best part. See, they think they're taking Superman's powers, but he reversed that shit and took their powers.
He flipped it and dipped it.
What is that from?
That's from Paradise PD.
Okay, I haven't seen that show. It's on Netflix,
Dude,
right?
Yes, like as much as you turn me on to F is for Family, you got to watch Paradise.
That's
PD,
gonna get clipped out as much as you turn me on. That's getting clipped.
That's so getting clipped.
Okay. All right.
No, I know. I need to. I was watching. Bill Burr was on Seth Meyer the other night, and they brought up F is for Family real quick, and he says that it's done. I follow
one more season.
One more season. It's done. What sucks is you know how Michael K. Williams passed away a couple weeks ago.
No.
Oh, he was Smokey on F is for Family.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I didn't know he was Smokey, man. I love Smokey. Hopefully they got his line. I'm pretty sure if he's in this season, they got his lines done because he was so close to finishing. But it should be out before the end of the year. And I'm not too sure how ready I am for F is for Family to end because that show is quite literally, I think, the funniest damn thing Netflix has put out.
Mm. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Paradise PD is really funny. Like really funny. Like and I would just say this. I love they break the fourth wall sometimes, and they reference like other TV shows. Like it's like they have a whole episode because it's made by the same guys who made Brickleberry.
Oh, okay.
And so like, and I'm not a big fan of Brickleberry, but they have a whole episode where basically they go visit Brickleberry. And
wasn't that a Tosh? Daniel Tosh was in that show.
Yeah.
As a bear or something.
Yeah. And so the funny thing is they go visit Brickleberry, and then you see that like all the characters basically have doppelgangers. It was pretty funny.
Okay.
But the show is hilarious. The show is really funny, and it's just got some like far out there, like crazy, insane humor that is really, really funny. And so we blasted through 3 seasons of it like that. So
nice.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's really, just it's like I still haven't been able to finish Star Wars Visions yet. Like every time I sit down to watch, like I think the 9th Jedi, something comes up and it stops me from watching The Ninth Jedi.
Have you caught up with What If, by the way?
I haven't done the Thor episode, but I've done the other episodes.
Okay, good.
So I am finally caught up on all those, and I really, really liked them.
Did you see The Elder?
No, he started
Star Wars Vision.
That's episode 5.
No, I haven't. I'm on 4. I'm on the night. Like literally, I sit down to watch it. My kids, it's like something always happens.
The Elder, which I think is episode. What are there? 9 episodes or 8?
9 episodes. Yeah. The Elder's episode 7.
Is it episode 7? Okay.
Yeah.
That is the best episode of the whole thing. The
yeah,
Elder,
I still need to watch it too.
Dude, The Elder is amazing. Like I would want a series of the characters in The Elder. That's how good it is.
Well, I know
that's how I felt about The Ninth Jedi.
Then I hear The Ninth Jedi is popular, but did you know that Ronin, first episode, got a novelization that comes out next month?
Yeah, it's getting an official Star Wars book.
I loved Ronin. I was like really impressed. The Village Bride didn't really like do it for me.
That one was a little boring. I mean,
it was a little boring.
I like the ending, but it was a little boring.
Because I feel like there's exposition we didn't get.
There's only one episode. There's one episode I didn't like. Like the Tatooine Rhapsody one was whatever. I hated. I did not like the Robot Boy Jedi episode. I did not like that one whatsoever. That one just did not do it for me whatsoever. I was like,
I liked Tatooine Rhapsody though. I did. I thought it was cute.
I did too. I liked
it. I thought the song was really good. I really enjoyed the song.
The song sucked in English. It was better in Japanese.
Well, it's because it was. I mean, I could tell it was a Japanese song, but like, I mean, they've got. I'll tell you. No. The one that I didn't care for was the duel. Right? Not the duel. It wasn't the duel. It was it was a duel. The one with the the twins. It was the twins.
I like the
There's no fucking air in space, RJ.
Yeah,
I can look. I can suspend.
The dude is riding on the front of an X-wing.
Have you guys watched Kill la Kill?
No, that doesn't matter to me. None of that matters to me.
It's literally Star Wars, but Kill la Kill.
I don't care. It's like there's literally like, look, you can argue that when they went into the belly of the worm in Empire, that like they should have probably
it's supposed to be playing on physics.
They should have no, but it does. But canon, look, you know what ruined The Last Jedi was Carrie Poppins.
They literally told you that this is not going to be like it's not meant to be like actual.
But
it's meant to be a play on canon.
It's not canon line makes no sense because you can still have physics. Some you still have to suspend disbelief in these stories when it's like
if you're being smart or stupid.
It's both.
Listen, I'm just saying I can forgive it because it's not meant to be taken as like face value. Like this is it's meant to be breaking Star Wars convention. It's meant to be a play on canon, what they're allowed to do creatively.
Breaking wind.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to the barbecue.
I would not care to attend that barbecue.
It would definitely go up in smoke.
No, I just pulled this up because I just wanted to ask Enoch.
This is my favorite What If episode, though.
I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and ponder the question: what if?
No, I pulled up this image because I wanted to ask Enoch, what does this image make you feel inside?
I don't care.
No, it's because I don't know if you guys heard, but they're changing her powers. She's basically going to be like Purple Green Lantern. She's going to get like these magical bracelets and stuff. That's basically been confirmed this promo art. So I was just, I was sharing the news. It's
I'm too busy fighting SJWs everywhere right now.
Oh my god, that's a real clip. Wow.
Man, I'd love to shave him.
No, you can't
that's
say
getting
that.
clipped. Holy crap.
What
the heck is that? Like,
Joe,
man,
you can't.
Wow.
What?
Ooh,
Wait.
baby, I'd love to shave him. Oh, yeah.
Wait, like the way he said that with conviction. Joe, the way that you were just like, man, I want to shave him.
I want to hold that bastard down and Gillette that face.
But then he loses all power.
By Gillette that face, you don't mean this, do you?
I haven't even had time to rinse off that gunk the Joker's girl squirted on me.
Get this man to a hospital now!
That's amazing. But
She wants a D
and she's going to get one.
Wow. No, I just shared that picture because we were having that conversation in Enoch's clap car video earlier today.
Yes.
Because it led to the rant where Enoch infamously said, Feige's a jerk, which I thought was hilarious. I love that line.
Yep. I just meant he's a very shrewd business person. You know that he knows what he's doing. He's putting it out there, and he's going for the kill, man.
I just don't agree. With this I think that competition's good, though. He's talked about that openly.
Is there competition?
That's the problem. There ain't no competition, RJ. Like, that's the problem.
No, I know, but he wants the idea of competition. Like, he's openly said he wants DC to succeed.
I don't think he does.
No, he kind of needs DC to succeed, to be honest with you, because if DC crashes and burns, then they're literally the only game in town. And it's not that they have to deal with monopoly laws or anything. It's really just like at that point it becomes kind of stale because everything is on you to keep building and building and building. I'll tell you this though. Here's a bit of an odd take. If this whole lawsuit thing goes tits up for Disney and they lose everything, I wouldn't be surprised if Feige's like, well, I'm going to retire from Marvel Studios. Can I go run Star Wars? And like just dip over there, because I think that's like no matter what, I think that's his exit strategy. I think eventually, as much as he loves Marvel, I think he wants to go play in that Star Wars sandbox.
Well, that's why he has Louis D'Esposito and Victoria Alonso. They've been his right hand man and right hand woman since the beginning.
So and Lou, I like Lou a lot. I think he directed a lot of those one shots.
No, Lou's great. And you know what? Victoria gets a lot of crap too, but she's been there since the beginning. She's
I know.
Outside of the stupid X-Men comment, which she said in like 2019, which they're digging up now, it's like she's been there and been a creative head of that studio. So
the one thing that drives me crazy about Feige is I know Ike Perlmutter was in charge of TV and Feige didn't like him. So Feige made that decision.
Well, Perlmutter like literally handicapped him a little bit. He was the one who said no Black Widow or Black Panther.
Oh,
no female villain in Iron Man 3. He was literally telling them, no, you can't do this.
Well,
you can't do that,
no,
you can't do this.
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But when they were selling Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all these things, the hashtag was it's all connected. It's all connected. So they sold all of that as this is in the MCU. And basically because Feige doesn't like Perlmutter, he's like, well, screw that. I'm not acknowledging any of that. And that
was Perlmutter who did that. What it was is Perlmutter took away the Inhumans from Feige. So you have to go back to I believe it was 2014, the fall of 2014 or whatever, when they announced the Phase 3 slate, and they had the Inhumans set for like 2018 or something, or 2019. I don't really remember when. But if you go and you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 2 dealt with the building blocks of the Inhumans,
right?
And then after that, season 3 dealt with the Inhumans, and they were going to build up to it. But then Perlmutter, they got into that major fight over Captain America: Civil War about bringing in Tony Stark and the budget.
Yes, because originally they were only going to have Tony Stark as a cameo, which is going to be Steve Rogers versus the government.
Well,
right? But then it expanded in its scope after Perlmutter got the boot.
I understand all of that. I'm not defending Perlmutter. I'm just saying I don't think it's right that Feige, after the fact, is going to say none of this counts when they literally sold it to the public as it's all connected.
But I think a lot of it, though, Jeff Loeb would be the person you want to talk about, because they were running parallel, and even though the movies didn't necessarily like touch upon everything, I mean, one of the Hydra generals or commanders was in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show was in
Nick Fury was in the show too.
Well, only in the season 1 finale, but in season 2 when they dealt with Hydra, that one of those guys was actually at Baron Strucker's castle.
Because one of the episodes in season 2 connected to Age of Ultron, the opening.
Yeah, so they were tying it all together. But then again, it was literally when Jeff Loeb took over TV, and that was a Perlmutter controlled situation.
Well, then you had the whole Inhumans debacle too.
Well, yeah, and then that god awful show,
horrible.
You know, but I think that's also one of the reasons why the Marvel Netflix shows didn't reference. They referenced the main canon, but it was like so vague. It was like you can't necessarily like tie it in directly.
They called the first Avengers movie the Incident, and they referenced there's a green guy.
Yeah, the green guy.
Well,
yeah.
but I think it was like season 2 or season 3 of Daredevil. They had Captain America in it. Like the kid had a Captain America toy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that was season 2 of Jessica Jones.
Oh, okay.
That's right. It was season 2. Jessica Jones had the or season 3, I forget, but like had the kid with the toy, and then yeah. I mean, like the thing is though, is like either way they completely separated. The fans lost out on that one, but now none of that really matters because anything else going forward is all going to be connected. Yeah. So it took about 8 years to get there, but
yeah. I would just say the thing about changing Miss Marvel's powers, it's very iffy for me because I'm not sure why they're doing it.
Money.
But it's just going to piss off the fans because her powers are connected to her origin story. Like there's literally her origin story because she admires Carol Danvers, and this is why I get a little nervous. She admires Carol Danvers so much, and she literally, because it's like she can't control her powers. When she first starts out, she's literally like shapeshifts into Carol Danvers for like the first issue or two, running around as like a version of her. And she has to learn to control her powers, but she also has to learn that she doesn't have to look like Carol Danvers, like the white, blonde, pretty lady with the blue eyes, to be like respected as a hero. Like it's part of her identity and like her journey as a character. So
But wait,
it's just
RJ,
a weird choice to change it. You know?
RJ, I'm confused though because I'll be honest, I've never read a Miss Marvel comic. I don't know this character too well, but doesn't she have stretchy powers? Like that's not what Carol Danvers' powers are.
No. She doesn't have Carol Danvers' powers, but she can shapeshift in. Like she can shapeshift. She can get stretchy. It's not like Mr. Fantastic. It's called embiggening, right? So she can like stretch certain aspects of her body, or like
that's right out of The Simpsons.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah,
it is not called embiggening.
It is. It's called embiggening.
You don't think I'm big enough, then you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you.
I'm serious. It's called embiggening. I'm dead serious.
It is a perfectly cromulent word. So,
but basically, the idea is that instead of it being like she can physically change her body shape, it's gonna be like Green Lantern, where it's like this.
His testicle sack is now so large he has to wear a huge hoodie upside down instead of trousers.
Oh, I hate that drop so much.
I've never seen that one before.
That's
it's the embiggening.
I hate these big ass prices. Sounds like you could use some big ass savings. I'd love some big ass savings. Kmart Shop Your Way members save 30 cents a gallon.
30 cents a gallon? That's a big ass discount.
Big ass discount. A really big ass discount. Really big ass discount.
Honey, this solves your big ass problem.
Totally solves my big ass problem.
Dad, look at that big ass truck.
Big ass man.
Hello, big ass man.
Shop Your Way members get big ass savings.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so what they're going to do is that she's going to have these purple construct powers. She's going to be like powered up, and it's going to be more like the idea is Green Lantern, like he can make like the construct of like a giant fist. That's what it's going to be like. So it's kind of brought up the conversation of, well, are they kind of just like, because Carol Danvers is already very much like Green Lantern anyway, because what?
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at embiggens.
Embiggening.
No, listen, she's a great
it's like
character.
The Fandom, only bigger.
Oh my gosh. No, but Miss Marvel, I like Miss Marvel. She's a cool character. But because Carol Danvers, they kind of already took, because she's very much like Green Lantern, right? She's an Air Force pilot. She gets she absorbs this alien device. It's kind of like the Ring of Power. The Green Lantern ring.
Elmo? La 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 la. Elmo's here.
And then you got this where it's like, so it's interesting. I find it interesting that they're kind of encroaching on the Green Lantern stuff, and I know that brings up, well, they're trying to undermine DC, but I don't know.
La 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 la. It's got a big end. Elmo say it gets embiggened when Elmo gets excited. Elmo's mom says that's just part of life.
Well, that could be blood that you donated.
But no, Joe. So Kamala Khan's a nerd, right? She calls it embiggen because it's from The Simpsons. That's the
Okay.
joke,
Oh,
yeah.
so it actually comes from. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Wow.
She's a nerd, yeah. So they named it embiggen after the Simpsons episode.
Okay, that's better.
So yeah, she's meant to be like the fangirl, you know. So I don't know, Enosh, what do you think? I know you've just been saying
I think the concept is a bit unsettling, right? Because I feel like now they're going to try to beat, Green Lantern to the punch, because Green Lantern now is going to have this, they've been working on this Green Lantern series forever. And I just feel like,
out, with Sony seen a trailer.
But to be fair, we had a Green Lantern movie already. We had a Green Lantern movie. I mean, it wasn't a big hit, but people know Green Lantern and know what he can do.
Yeah, but the thing is that
kill a franchise?
Yeah, pretty much. The villain killed that franchise. If they would have done the villain right,
it was the script.
But here's the problem though. Warner Brothers keeps doing this. Is Warner Brothers keeps trying to save the good stuff for a sequel. They're like, oh, we're looking down the road. Warner Brothers should have given us Sinestro in the Green Lantern movie. Instead, they were like, "Oh no, we're going to save Sinestro for the sequel." That never happened.
Well, him fighting Parallax in the first movie was stupid anyway. Parallax is not a first movie villain.
I thought that the villain. I agree with you. I agree with you on the villain, but I don't know that I agree with you that they should have done Sinestro right away. I think Sinestro needed. I think they needted to lay the foundation for that.
Well, yeah. You know what the foundation should have been? Here's how. I've already said how the Green Lantern movie should have gone. You can have him fighting Hector or the Fart Cloud or whatever. As he comes in, he needs a low-level threat or whatever to learn the craft of being a Green Lantern. You have Sinestro teaching him. They go through this thing. They learn from each other. They become good friends. Halfway through, after the aftermath of what they just went through, Sinestro gets the yellow ring, puts it on, is like, hey, I have a way to fix things because the elders are out of touch. Like, I have a way to fix things, make things better. Come with me, Hal. You've come into this for just the right time. We can make this better. And Hal says, no, I believe in the Green Lantern Corps. I believe in what I've been trained to do right now. No, I'm not going to do that. And then you have this great battle for the end. And Sinestro doesn't have to die. You don't have to kill him off. He can literally survive to go do something else in the next movie. But that's the problem is Warner Brothers is always making these grandiose plans. You're going to get this movie and this movie and this movie and this movie. And now you're going to get this HBO Max show and this HBO Max show and this other thing. And the thing is it's just too much. DC just gives us a bunch of empty promises and then a bunch of empty shells of a show or shells of a movie without giving us the actual meat. And you can only get so far on that until finally somebody calls you out on your BS. And that's the problem. I'll give Marvel credit all day long that they actually give their fans meat when they actually see something, where DC does not. It's all tease. It's all tease. It's all, hey, we'll play with it a little bit, but we ain't going to give you the full release on it. Heck no, because we're going to save that for something else. Batman, you can't see Batman in multiple things because people won't appreciate Batman. Shut up. Give people what they want. If you want to be successful, give people what they want.
But what do they want? And this whole concept.
That's the thing, dude. There's many things that they want, and they could give it to them if they wanted to.
It doesn't. But hold on. Here's the thing with that, right? What you're talking about is something that requires infinite money, which they don't have. And
why are they promising all this BS anyways?
All they're promising is that the multiverse exists and everything is canon, which is a very, very lazy attempt at trying to make it appear like the content is more than what it is.
Well, it's trying it's trying to artificially create a level.
It's trying to put.
We talked about that. We talked about that all afternoon today because that's exactly what I was saying. Is that none of this is connected to each other, so it does no good to say, hey, oh, by the way, we're going to make a Red Hood movie. Well, what the heck is that connected to? You don't have a Batman franchise.
Well, it's going to be connected to Batfleck and be sent to the DCU, but you're not going to have Batman be a part of the story. Like,
That's
what?
stupid. That's stupid. That's
Well,
stupid. That's
Same
what
thing
I'm
with
saying. That's what I'm
Nightwing.
saying. That's
How
what I'm
can
saying.
you do a
got
Batgirl story without Batman being part of the origin?
You have absolutely nothing to connect it to, and just say, well, it's connected to this. Doesn't do it. Just doesn't do it.
But here's the thing. What they need to do, and again, this may not. I know this could be a controversial take or not. Is absolutely close the multiverse and focus on a linear timeline, and that's it. That's it. And at some point, when you establish that timeline and you establish the audience with it, then branch the hell out. Guess what? That's a decade down the road. That's a decade down the road.
That's the problem. It takes time. They want to.
Yeah, and they don't want that. I mean, like they could have gotten there if they would have trusted Zach, to be honest with you, because he would have been like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, cool. This is where it's at.
Exactly.
And I think it would have gone that route eventually. But where it's at right now is like they're still kind of playing within the Snyderverse, with Blue Beetle and Batgirl and Shazam and Black Adam and all that stuff. That's all within.
It's like semi Snyderverse, kind of Snyder, but not really.
Well, I would argue that it's more than not, because it's still is following that particular timeline.
It's the same shared universe.
Yeah, it's the same relatively shared universe, but they're just afraid of connecting the dots. And that's why I think I've said this before, is like, I think that I think after this slate of 2022 films, it's possible that they might cancel everything with the exception of the Batman going forward. I know people are trying to tell me like, oh my God, Black Adam is going to do wonderful. I don't know. I don't know if The Rock is going to be enough to sell that movie, because he put out a video today talking about how he just wrapped up, his vocal work on Super Pets, and then he's like, that's coming out summer 2022, and then you're going to get Black Adam, the Man in Black, the hierarchy of power in the DCEU is going to change. I'm like, yeah, no, I've heard that marketing material, my dude. Tell me something new. Yeah. It's the same line, and it's like, is it? And I know Jungle Cruise did well.
Oh, it did really well. They're gonna make a sequel already.
Yeah, I know, but go back and watch that again. Like, really watch it and go, is The Rock, like, is he too old for that role? Because it's like he comes across as like for the Jungle Cruise. Like, I know in regards to the context
star of that movie.
Yeah, like I get it in regards to the context, but it's like at this point now he's got full on gray stubble. Like he's getting up there. Like, these kind of movies, I know he's a brand and he's going to jump around, but like, how many Black Adam movies does he have in him? Literally, I mean this. Like, how much does he have in him? How long are they going to run it for? They've been kind of dicking him around for 13 years. They finally got it off the ground, but that's 13 years lost to building this franchise. And so, unless $7 production is going to end up, kind of taking the reins on this, at which again, that could potentially be the thing where, kind of like how Bad Robot was kind of doing the Star Wars stuff, Warner Brothers, DC Films could go, look, we'll hand you guys all of this stuff. We're just going to focus on the HBO Max stuff, because it's like I keep saying, and for, the whole Zaslav thing, that shock and awe comment that he made no mention of the DCEU. That was all television is what he was referring to. Warner Brothers TV
I think
licensed and done
well. Be a big part of their plan. I find it interesting that, like, if you go to the DC, Matt, me and I were looking at this last night, the DC fandom shop, what are they pushing the hardest? Batgirl, Blue Beetle, and all the HBO Max stuff.
Oh my God. And like the worst screen printing I've ever seen on a shirt.
There's some bad designs too, some really bad stuff too. Really? But like, that's the interesting thing. This that they're hyping up the most, it's not theatrical. It's all streaming. That's what they're pushing big right now, which is
because
really
that's where they know the money is. But the money is also, by the way, like they're going to look, the thing is they're going to kind of dangle keys in front of people, I think, right? They're going to dangle keys in front of everybody just to kind of go, oh, look, we're doing this DC thing over here. But in reality, one of the things that Zaslav had said is, oh, like, look at Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is a Warner Brothers television production, and that just cleaned up at the Emmys. So they've got a bunch of television that they license out to these other places. And I think that is going to be something that they're going to try to work on, like the Game of Thrones, the House of the Dragon, whatever that prequel series is called. That's going to be big. That's going to be bigger than I think anything we've seen on HBO Max so far.
Rational Skeptic here with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Rational. Says, how can you do a DCEU without a Man of Steel sequel? The guy who kicked off the universe.
Well, watch them.
That's what they're doing.
Here, bring this up, Enosh. This is a screenshot from the DC fandom store. Look at this. Look at this.
It's literally a poster, like copy and pasted from Google on a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm not making this up.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more like this. There's like some Suicide Squad stuff that looks just like this. There's like some character art. Oh, Zatanna. Zatanna's another character they're pushing big at the DC fandom website and shop. Which probably
Yeah. See, there's this one here.
It's literally just posters.
Why would you wear that?
I don't know. know.
There are some cool
Like,
designs.
why does that have a white background though? I mean, like
because
like,
it's because
when you do that, like that it's separated
it's
and
literally
you
the
gotta
poster.
you
It's
put a nice
poster they put in
that's what I'm
theaters.
saying. You put a nice PNG there where you can see through it. Like,
look at this. Look at this one.
the heck is that?
It's just as it's returns. It's Batman's cowl, and this is literally like it wasn't even a PNG background on the image. This is on the DC fandom website.
Oh, that's dumb.
$30, by the way.
Yeah.
Folks, that's why I tell you can find much better stuff right here at our Poindexter Lounge.
See, at least that it's
Spring.
a PNG, you know.
This one, yeah, this one is okay. This is the
look at there. You got some good stuff there. Look at this. Look at this one right here. The Poindexter Lounge looks beautiful. Looks awesome. It'll fit you great. You'll love it. We got this exclusive Jawas United Union label. I'm sorry. No, I was looking at yours. I was just saying. I was just.
Oh no, it's okay. That's a lot of what we were checking out the website last night, and
there's like maybe like 5 good designs out of like 50.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and they're all like $25 or $30, like for all this stuff, and it's like, what the hell? But actually, I do got to get going because I got the access into the Halo Infinite beta, and I want to go play that.
There you go. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here, bud.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Thank you. It,
it's been a fun one. And then you guys have a good get Dave the film junkie in here, man. Come on, Dave.
Hey, look at there. There's Dave. Look at there. What's up, Dave? With the $10 super chat says happy birthday, bud. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I love Dave. Dave does a great show. Dave must be getting done with his show right now. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Yeah, we're just closing things up here. But yeah, man, it was fun. We had Ray Porter here tonight.
Yeah, I know. I
Had
wasn't
some fun with
expecting
us.
that. I was a little starstruck, to be honest. I was like, oh, I'm like a deer in the headlights. Like, oh my god, Ray Porter's here.
Heck yeah.
And we were making cream pie jokes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And he was visibly uncomfortable.
I was embarrassed for life.
And that was funny. He's a man, RJ. I'm sure he's done a cream pie or two.
He does have kids.
Wow.
Yeah. There's only one way to get kids, as told by the Bible.
Wow.
Don't bring the Bible into your cream pie jokes now.
What?
Wow.
What? I was just gonna say like butt stuff.
Wow.
Ravage me, you rambunctious steed.
I want it in my stomach. I want it in me, not on me.
Whoa, hey now.
It's not that bad in there. It's it's constricting.
Man.
Hey, I'm gonna let this guy because he had the link.
All right, guys. Oh, I'll see you all later, buddy. Happy birthday. I'll talk to you guys.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
What did I join into?
You joined at
the end of the show.
very end.
You joined into
man.
the end of the show.
Well,
yeah,
like I was trying to end my
pie
stream.
joke.
Oh man, I was trying to end the stream early, but man,
It's almost the end of the show. Any Cephalon Ollie fans out there? Anyone?
Oh my gosh.
I feel bad because I didn't get to sing Happy Birthday in my Christopher Walken voice.
Oh no.
I mean, I can still do it.
We'll do it.
Oh yeah.
People still want that?
Are you gonna sing to me? Sing to me.
Oh jeez. All right, hold on.
Oh no.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Enosh. Happy birthday to you. All right, that was it.
Do I hear a dog?
Oh wait, hold on. What? Oh, that was cool. When's the impersonation starting?
I tried my best. I couldn't do Christopher Walken. I blame Joe for that. Joe was the one who put that on me. I had to try.
Oh man.
Wow.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you.
Whoa.
I sounded drunk.
Suminashi.
boy. I'm coming hard. You coming?
Oh jeez. Oh no.
You're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring.
Let me get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
Oh yeah, AEW, man. They had that Grand Slam Wednesday and Friday. That was amazing.
I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
Real quick, did you catch any of that at all?
I did not, man. No,
Dude,
I've had such a busy
you gotta
week.
go back. Go back and watch the Brian Danielson Kenny Omega match. That was amazing. So good. Also, real quick, happy since it's now September 25th. Happy, it's the birthday of Christopher Reeve.
It is the birthday of Christopher Reeve. You are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
I share a birthday with Jim Henson, so Kermit and Elmo there.
You were always tied.
Mm-hmm. Me and Jim Henson. Thank you, Ryan Gentle Giant Cinematics, for the $1. Appreciate that. Thank you for the $1 super chat. Appreciate you so much for that.
Speaking of Henson, I gotta say, Muppet Haunted Mansion looks awesome.
I haven't seen the thing for it.
They put out a trailer. Listen, some of the recent Muppet stuff by Disney's been a little hit or miss for me. This actually does pique my interest. I actually do want to watch this. I hope it's good. I really do.
They brought back Johnny Fiamma and Sal. They haven't been in a Muppet production in 20 years.
I know. They brought some interesting Muppets back. I mean, they got Ed Asner in probably his final live-action role. It's weird, though. He's playing a ghost. It's weirdly timing, but, it is what it is. They got Will Arnett in there. Ross Henson.
He's method. He's a method actor.
I was trying my best. Okay, I can't do it.
H Bards says, RJ, that you sound like you're drunk instead of like Christopher Walken. Are you indeed drunk, RJ?
I wish I was at this point.
On my stream, like Tony would be if he were here.
I'm not drunk, but I really wish I was.
It was a horse. It was a
Grammy
horse.
Grammy Award worthy.
You made your choice.
I'm not even gonna make my attempt at it.
Did you guys ever see that Saturday Night Live where Christopher Walken was interviewing the centaur for a job?
Yes.
I believe loosely.
Could I ride you? Could you send your back half to the glue factory and then the human half use that glue to repair a bird feeder?
What the heck? Oh man.
It's that part of the show, everybody.
It is. It's
I
that
guess
part of
I
the show
did join
where
that part.
It's like where we're like somewhere between closing down and not knowing when to stop.
I love how Almo and H-Barts call me Reeves Justice. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
They call you Reeves Justice?
Yes,
So
they call me
guys-
Reeves Justice after Matt Reeves.
Saw the imposter Ray Porter was here. I'm the true dark side here. But,
Oh, wow. Yeah, big talk. Where were you?
I was playing with Hans and other people.
Oh, okay.
This is crack.
That's understandable. I can allow it.
Yeah.
Thanks for your engagement. It really helps boost my views.
Hypocritic cocksucker Mark Hamill.
God, that's so bad.
I thought I lost enough brain cells over at Warren's.
Did you guys see, by the way, Ryan Kinnell ranting and raving about the X-Men thing at all?
No.
What X-Men thing?
Dude,
Okay,
he
so
complains at
I
everything.
mentioned it earlier, but just real quick, the short version of it. back in 2019, Louis Lecca interviewed Victoria Alonso, who works at Marvel, and she made a comment saying, the X-Men name's kind of funny because a lot of the members that are very popular are women. It's not exactly an inclusive name. Kind of just like talking about Captain Marvel, the feminist. It was a dumb comment, but now that like Bounding into Comics made an article saying the woman who wants to wokeify the X-Men got a promotion, and Ryan Kim was ranting saying that she's the reason why Phase 4 is bad, and basically they're trying to make her the new Kathleen Kennedy, but Marvel. She's ruining it. She's making it all woke. It's why Phase 4 has been all agenda, no story or whatever.
Does the fandom menace feel like they've gotten to the desperation point? Like before, they wouldn't touch Marvel because they knew, well, this won't fly. Everybody likes Marvel. No, we're not going to get people with that. But it's like now they're pushing the "we hate Marvel" thing. It's like are they just
the Star Wars dried up? Because right now it's in a decent enough place where you can't really be upset with that. I'm sure that when Book of Boba Fett comes out, they're going to be analyzing it week by week, saying this is wrong, this is wrong, this is bad, this is bad. Because
Well, I got to get going. I'm volunteering at RetroCon tomorrow, so I need to be at RetroCon bright and early.
Awesome!
Wow. Yeah. Well, what's RetroCon?
It is a show. My friends Tony and Rose are the promoters. It's a con in the Philly area that celebrates old toys, pop culture. 70s, 80s, 90s. William Catt will be there.
Nice, dude. Dude, I love William Catt. Dude, I love. Is it right here?
Can someone explain who this person is for someone who's way too young?
The greatest American hero.
For the longest time, I had my Greatest American Hero box set right here. I think I still have it here.
Hell yeah, man! I love Greatest American Hero. I actually love that show.
Yep,
my dad was a huge fan of it. We used to watch it together a lot.
William Catt, come on the Poindexter Lounge, bro. I love you, man.
I own that exact same DVD. That exact same one.
Season 2. I got season 1 out in the other room. Look at what's happening to me.
Since I'm the culturally ignorant one, can someone explain this show?
Suddenly,
Greatest American Hero is basically a guy who gets a superhero suit from some aliens, but they forget. But he loses the
instruction book.
The instruction book, and so like he spends the entire show trying to figure it out. And he's just like he's a teacher, and he's got like a government agent that goes along with him, and it's an amazing show from the 80s, man.
It's great.
Really great.
Oh.
It's really
way before my time.
And it has that classic song. Let's look at what's happening to me. I can't believe it myself. Suddenly I'm on top of the world.
It should have been somebody else. Walking on it.
Okay, that was horribly out of time because StreamYard has this just crazy little delay that you don't notice. You don't notice the delay until you try to start singing. Isn't that crazy?
You guys should go on American Idol, guys. You guys are great.
Got talent, man. America's got talent, baby.
Dude, trio.
Even the chat was getting in there. Look, Bradley was singing. Look, believe it or not, I'm walking on air. You do suck is in there.
Look at you guys.
Heck yeah, I've been forgetting to take this sticker off.
I want to get him to. I want to ask him to do a promo for my channel, and I'm hoping I can get him to say, "Hey, this is William Catt, and believe it or not, you're watching Megapodtastic, and you can download it for free." I don't know if we'll do it.
Well, I know you like this guy. I did get this guy. So you know what's funny is like I recently saw a stream that somebody did that they referenced my channel, and somebody
in a good way or a bad way?
No, a totally bad way. Somebody who didn't like me anymore, and they were mad because at the beginning of every episode I play my drops from Ray Porter and Ray Fisher, right?
You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity. You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know.
Said I was being fake and a phony because I played those.
You're cloud chasing, bro.
How's that fake or phony? What's fake or phony about it?
I don't know.
We literally just talked.
Literally, I sent Ray Porter a message earlier. I mean, Ray Porter messaged me this morning and said, "Hey, happy birthday, bro!" And I was like, "Hey, thank you, appreciate that." And then, like, I literally sent a message, say, "Hey, you want to come on?" And he came on. Like, I don't think that's cloud chasing. That's just me talking to a friend.
No.
Sorry that you don't like that.
No, he's not your friend. You're clout chasing. How much did you pay him with that Disney money? How much did you pay him?
Disney money.
I will not tell you. I will not tell. Yeah, somebody accused me of taking Disney money.
Is clout chasing the new e-begging? Like, remember years ago, if you had a Patreon, you were an e-beggar.
It's exactly that. Yeah.
I swear to God, I literally had somebody tell me that I was on. They left a comment that I was on Disney's payroll.
Yeah. Can't people have friends? Can't people have friends these days?
Okay, what was their evidence?
I don't know. There was something. It was something about me being woke because I liked Disney Star Wars and I liked. I actually said something. Yes, I actually said something positive about a Marvel. Oh, it was because I like Shang-Chi, and this person kept making these comments. Their screen name was like Enosh is evil and woke and stuff like that, and I thought that it was it was just a like a joke account one night because and I really thought that it was afterwards because I said to them while they were here in the chat, I said, okay, that's funny because they came in there like you all are woke.
I remember that. I saw that.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's funny, but I'm gonna hope that that's a troll thing. Don't do it anymore because that's going to get annoying. And I didn't see it the rest of the night. Then all of a sudden I saw the same person made a comment. Well, then I love too, because see, people don't realize something. If you leave a comment or you leave, something on somebody's videos, we see that you're posting it, even if you delete it.
Yeah. Okay. People like to do that trick where they post it so you'll get any notifications, but you can't actually like pull up the comment, but They like to play a little tricky game.
Is that what that is? Because I always get comments and then can't find them.
Sometimes it's because of YouTube. Other times because people purposely delete the comments right after posting it, so you'll get the notification. And then that's it.
Dude, Dave, you and I ought to do a stream together about this topic actually, because it's an interesting topic actually. Because like, look, there's all these people who all of a sudden, like, if you literally don't, look, we all love Zack Snyder, man. Nothing changed about that. But I swear to God,
no, you guys sold out. You sold out.
Yeah, if we say we liked anything else, or like, hey, this other thing looks like it's going to be interesting. There's this whole part of the fandom now that all of a sudden is like, oh yeah, you support, Jeff Johns, or like I've been told like now I'm a Hamada supporter and sympathizer.
Well, you talked about that a little bit.
And that Ray Fisher hates my guts. That Wayne T. Carr hates my guts. That Ray Porter now hates me, and I'm like, well, if Wayne T. Carr hates my guts so much, why did he give a $20 super chat last night and say happy birthday?
Right.
Well, you know what?
It was a hate. It was a hate.
Yeah, you talked about that a little bit in your car stream earlier today, and I thought that was interesting.
But those people aren't actually fans of DC Comics. They're only fans of Zack Snyder. Because there's more than one voice.
They're not even fans of Zack Snyder. What they are is they're people like trying to attach themselves to something, and Zack Snyder happens to be that thing, and they think that they're attached to something important, but in reality, what they are is they're just there is a toxic part of fandom. And that's what they've become. They've become this thing unto themselves that they don't represent people who actually supported the Snyder Cut. Like they think they do, but like they'll, I referenced earlier tonight, my friends, the Nerd Queens, they shared, on all their social medias, this, saying happy birthday to me and stuff, and so I'm sure that pissed off somebody somewhere, but like I've said, hey, I stand with the Nerd Queens. I love the Nerd Queens. And, you know what? I got no problem saying that. And I'll say that, open and publicly because they've been good to me. And no, I didn't sell out anything. I've been told that I sold out to get interviews and I sold out to do this and that and everything. And it's just so stupid, To
be honest, I hate saying this because people use it as ammo, but I truly believe a lot of it stems from jealousy and just people feeling that they deserve better than what they do, if that makes sense.
I know. I hate using that term as well, because like anytime you say, well, somebody's jealous of what you're doing, like it makes you no matter how real it is,
it makes it seem like, oh, you think you're superior in some way, or you're doing something better.
Exactly. And that's not even the case, right? And so but the thing is like literally these people will do streams for 4 or 5 hours talking about how they deserve to have Zack Snyder on, well, like Dave was right here, right? Dave literally talks to Zach. I mean, Dave has had Zach on several times, and I've heard people like try to say, well, yeah, did you see like Zach is uncomfortable with Dave, Zach is uncomfortable with this person and with Nerd Queens and everything. And then I got added to that group this last week because they tried to say that during Deck the Halls when Tiffany was on with the Nerd Queens, and they asked me to be in there, and I got to talk to Zach for a minute. They're like, did you see that? Zach was so uncomfortable with Enosh when Enosh was in there. He obviously didn't like Enosh. It's like, whatever, dude. But then they'll go on about how, oh, but if we got to talk to Zach, Zach would love us because we're the true fans and we support Zach. It's like, come on.
Hubie is so uncomfortable.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Are you really saying this right now? Because you make yourselves look like absolute idiots. I mean, you make yourself look like clout chase. They want to say everybody else is clout chasing, but like that's truly clout chasing. It's like when you have absolutely no connection to somebody or no connection to something, and you just go on about how if you did, it would be so much better. Like the
only time I get upset when somebody else gets someone big on their stream is that when it's like one of these fandom menace channels like Midnight's Edge, because I'm like, that person is bringing legitimacy to these trolls. That bothers me.
That's why I love that Zach shut down Geeks and Gamers from the very second that he stepped foot into that stream. I love that because the thing is Zach, because like a lot of these people, they go into these things just thinking, hey, we're going on this big channel. There's a lot of people watching this channel. Obviously, there's a lot of people there. Let's do some good. Zach went on that stream with Geeks and Gamers to do some good and to raise some money for suicide prevention, and it was all in the best intention. Look, the Geeks and Gamers had some other thoughts, and there were some lies going around and some things, and Zach was not told the whole truth. And yes, I love the fact that Zach stepped right in there and was like, No, I'm aware of what you're doing.
It's something
now.
that I hope happens more.
Yep, and Zach didn't take it back. They tried to spin it the next, like that night. They were Zack Snyder is just what's wrong with Hollywood. And
no. For first, they were like, Jeremy's like, I'm pissed. I got to protect my brand. He threatened my brand. He's like, he's attacking it and making it seem like we're this and that. Look at this. Look at these people I have on my panel. We're not.
Yeah, and Zack Snyder's this horrible Hollywood. He's just like everybody else in Hollywood, and he's just doing the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, the next week it was, oh well, actually, yeah, we talked to Zach, and like everything's cool now.
He just misspoke. It was a misunderstanding.
He just misspoke. He just had to speak for them and stuff, And yeah, and look, you know who I'll believe over Geeks and Gamers, somebody who actually talks to Zack Snyder. There it is, folks. The film junkie, Dave himself. Zach had no idea about Geeks and Gamers and just wanted to raise money and talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. There you go. Like they wanted to jump on that hype train. They wanted to have him, and I love the fact that Zach shut that crap down. More people need to do that, and I agree with you, Joe. Like
it's one of my pet peeves. I love the guy. I've met the guy. I've hung out with the guy, but it's one of my pet peeves with Robert Meyer Burnett. It's like, you are a smart guy, you're a nice guy, you're a decent guy, but then you go and sit and talk to people like heel versus babyface and Gary, and it's like you're gonna bring them up and people are gonna go, oh, this guy who actually has worked in Hollywood and he's directed a movie, and it makes them.
Robert Meyer Burnett's a good guy. He really is, and he's a fair guy.
The reason why I think this is just a theory. I think the reason why he hangs out with them is because he truly does not like the new Star Trek, and I think at the time, I think he was looking for contemporaries that he could share that distaste of modern Trek for, Yeah. So I think he found a group that he could lament his frustrations with and feel accepted in his opinions of that, if that makes sense.
But he still hears the vitriol against Kathleen Kennedy, and he still hears the racist comments about like Shang-Chi.
No, I know.
And he still associates with them.
I don't understand it myself. I know he's explained many times it's because he does not. I don't know. It's something about viewing different opinions and getting a different perspective on things. Or I listen. I'm not going to judge him for who he chooses to hang out with. I'm not going to rationalize in my head. I just think that's probably what the explanation is. I think he was looking at the time for people who he could lament about the current direction of Star Trek with, because he is a big Star Trek guy, and I think they at the time were the ones really who were supporting what he was saying, if that makes sense. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get it, and that's it's an interesting and very strange point. But look, I don't even there's somebody within the Snyder Cut fandom that I have been friends with that has had issues with a lot of people that I am friends with. Okay. And I've continued to be friends with this person. This person then has started to allow things to be said about me and stuff. And I asked the question, well, hey, aren't we friends? This person now says, well, they don't want to shut people up who watch their show, right? That like they don't want to shut people down. And I get that to a point. Like, we don't want to necessarily be, shutting people down or whatever, but also you don't just let it be wild, wild west either. I wouldn't allow somebody who didn't like this person to just come on and for a half an hour.
Well, especially if it starts to get into what it feels like personal attacks and like making up stuff about
over silly stuff, right? Like if I just picked up one day and I'm like, well, yeah, I don't like Crazy Joe's channel anymore, and I unsubscribed to him, right? And then RJ does a stream of like, well, like, who did you unsubscribe from? And I go on RJ's channel. Joe doesn't even know about it. Joe's never told about that stream. Joe doesn't know that maybe Joe and I had a back and forth or whatever, but Joe wants to make it right with me. Joe's like, hey, Enosh, I really like you. Like, I want to make it right with you. And I just go and RJ says, hey, this stream is all about, who we don't like. Enosh, who don't you like? And I go on and I'm like, well, that Crazy Joe, I'll tell you what, I don't like him at all. He did such and such and such. I don't like the way he does business. Same person. I don't like the way that he's got, William Cat on there. I don't like the way he's got William Cat on there, promoting his show or whatever, trying to make his show professional. I don't like any of that stuff. So,
and I don't interject. I don't, it's just like, I don't like
never
temper it down or like say, hey, let's not go into like personal stuff. Let's just say, talk about the content, not the personal stuff about what you believe about this person or something,
But Joe and RJ are good friends, and Joe says to him, well, RJ, why did you let Enosh just literally trash me for a half an hour? Right? And RJ just says, well, I just want to be respectful. That was his time. Well, why are you having shows? I won't tell anybody how to do their channel. Like, it is what it is. I just don't understand. If you're going to do a show like that, why wouldn't you do a show like that where you try to bring people together? Why wouldn't, like if RJ's doing that show, why he says, hey, why don't we have Enosh and Joe on together and see if we can like come to some agreement and try to put them together.
To be fair, Enosh, I would this is me personally, I wouldn't even do a stream like that.
No, I know.
Even your idea, I think it's a great idea, but it could lead to arguing and yelling.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, but I mean, even in that, like, that would be the only time that I think we'd even go to something like that. Because otherwise you're just allowing one person to trash another person and throw them under the bus without them even being there. Okay. And so that's the problem that I have with it, but it's the same people that like complain about this stuff, that act like that. Look, it's the same people. This is why I defend the Nerd Queens. It's why I defend anybody. I mean, if it's Dave, somebody comes against Dave, I'm going to defend Dave on it and all day long and stuff like that. Because these people actually talk. Like, who are you going to listen to? Are you going to listen to somebody who literally has never talked to Zack Snyder and is speaking for Zack Snyder and trying to make you think that they know what Zack Snyder thinks? Or are you going to believe the person that literally talks to them? I mean, Zack Snyder literally went on Grace Randolph and talked about the Nerd Queens and said, I trust the Nerd Queens explicitly. I love the Nerd Queens. I did Justice Con with them. I'm doing other stuff with them. I love the Nerd Queens. And these guys will spin it off into be like, well, he doesn't really like them.
Well, it's weird for me too, because like, I'm caught in a position where, like, same as you, for like, I'm friends with certain people who don't like them.
I know.
And it's like, I not on cold. They've been nothing but sweet to me. I've defended them in the past, and they got a lot of hate and vitriol thrown towards them, and I've stood by their side as well. And I'm sure like they've had a call into question where it's like they're caught in this mirror. It's like they're friends with people who don't like them, and then it's like this thing and that thing. It's like I can't even imagine. And again, they've always been they've always been super nice to me, and I will always stand by their side because they are great people.
Meanwhile, RJ. The Nerd Queens, they will do League of Mayhem, and they have some great guests on, or they talk about nerd stuff, right? They talk about the fun stuff that they're talking about. You don't see the nerd queens doing 5-hour streams about all the guys who've done them wrong.
I don't think they've ever done a stream.
They've never even answered that stuff.
Yeah.
Good on them. They've never even answered that stuff. I don't see Dave doing his vodka stream like all settled around like all the people that he doesn't like or that
let's
don't
rant
like
and complain
him.
about these people that we don't like.
Do you know?
It's so dumb.
Do you know what's a great embarrassment to me? For some reason, I'm hearing an echo in my headset, but there's something I find very embarrassing is I don't like doing the drama stuff on my channel, and we had a conflict. I'm very closely associated with the Cinema Sickness channel. We go on each other's streams all the time, and we had a guy who we would frequently hang out with, who we had a personal issue with, off camera.
Mm-hmm.
And he just stopped appearing on my videos. He stopped appearing on his videos. And we said, we're not going to talk about this. We're not going to say what happened because we don't want that kind of drama. We're just not going to talk about it. And after about 6 months of every time we did a live stream, where's Chris? Where's Chris? Where's Chris? Where's Chris? Where's Chris? Every time ignoring it. Just ignore the where's Chris's. We're not going to say where Chris is. He starts trashing us on social media, other channels. So finally, after months of that, I replied in a live stream. Someone said, where's Chris? And I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you where Chris is. And I put it out there. It became my highest viewed video. And I'm like, all the work I put in trying to do good videos, like what's something creative, where's something I could go and shoot something, all the creativity I try to put into videos, the one everyone wanted to watch is what happened to Chris. And
it's
I'm like,
low-hanging fruit, dude. It's low-hanging fruit.
It drives me crazy to this day. Like I'll look at my highest ranking videos and I'll be like, that damned video. Why is that one of my highest? Why is this one that I think is incredibly fun got like less than 300 views and I've got thousands on that stupid video?
Yeah, that's because you know what? Unfortunately, that's the way
drama sells.
Yep, and it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate, but and look, you're always going to get pulled in sometimes. It's just trying to limit that, and and doing your best, and look, that's all you can do, man. Like, look, when I was in the middle of all the stuff with Jody's Corner and and Andy Signor and stuff, man. Yeah. Like I had more people watching. I mean, I had 6,000 people watching.
And on behalf of the city of Philadelphia, we would like to apologize for Andy Signor, but go on.
I mean, I think it might've been 2,000. I had 2,000 people watching, the live stream where I addressed all that stuff in like a statement and everything. And it's like, I thought the same thing, man. It's like, I could talk about nerd stuff all day long and everybody's worried about what I got to say about Jody's Corner and Andy Signor.
It was like, every night you tune and see, oh, what's going to happen next in this continuing saga,
I know. And it's like, look, that's tiring after a while, right?
No, it is. Absolutely.
And Blake's right. Like trolling is the same way. People troll. And that's it's like, oh, what are they talking about? What are they talking about now? What are they talking about now? So, it's like watching a car accident, man. People got to, gawk and look. Hey, H Bart's here with $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says JR Jim Ross is a variant of RJ.
Hey, I really do got to get going. I got to early wake up.
I'll send you out with this then. This is what I was trying to get to. I'll send you out with this.
Hi, everyone, in the Poindexter Lounge. I hope you enjoyed Legends of Tomorrow, and thanks for watching. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
All right, man. All right. Well, hey, buddy, you take it easy, man. Thanks for coming on, Joe.
Hey, thanks for having me. If you're in the Philly region, anyone watching this Saturday, Sunday, RetroCon, come on out. I'll be there. You can't miss me. I'm giant sized and I wear my logo across my chest. So
there you go.
Have a good night, everyone.
All right, buddy. We'll see you later, man. He thought that was Spencer. That'd be cool too, though, man. I wouldn't mind getting him either. But hey, yes. So that was fun. thank you
Yeah,
guys.
it's been a
Thank you
great
guys for being here. Thank you, Black Ops, for showing up, man. And
Hell yeah, I had to show
thanks.
up and say happy birthday.
I appreciate it. Thanks to everybody who was on the show tonight. Not bad for a show really just about my birthday, like not really about anything.
Yeah, it was just us just having fun. Just
3
talking
hours,
about it.
28 minutes, man. Ray Porter was here. Thanks to Ray Porter. Ray's an awesome guy. I just, yeah, I love those guys. And so I'm very, very thankful for the people that I've gotten to meet, and also for the, Big Dub. Yeah, I saw that, man. That's cool, man, that you share a birthday with Vince McMahon. That's awesome, bro.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you know what? Thank you guys for making this a great birthday. I really, really appreciate it.
No, I'm glad I could be here, man. Again, Enosh, you do such an amazing job with this channel, and I thank you, because you're one of the people that have given me a platform and, you know, allowed me to do, you know, you've really given me a voice, and I feel like you've done that for a lot of people. And, you know, I just hope your birthday's been great, man. I just hope you had a fun night tonight, because, like, you deserve something like this. You deserve a good day like this, you know?
Hey, man, you know what? Hey, man, you know, after streaming, 3 times today? 4 times today, really, because
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Like in one day, right? You know, I wouldn't want to spend my my days any other way. So I appreciate you guys. What's up, MX Bravo? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Eating Sketty Tacos, Rhea. Thank you to Rhea, who is our newest member. Yay, Rhea!
Yeah, we got Ray, and Rhea.
Exactly. William de Enosh.
Oh man.
William de Enosh.
Enosh's birthday now is officially over. Until we hit, we had people show up today from Hawaii. So really,
Hey, listen.
We still got a couple hours.
We'll be here another 45 years from now talking about Iron Man 97 and hopefully the Batman 8.
Hey, you know, RJ, I thought it was quite interesting when they decided to make Iron Man a baby.
What?
A baby.
What?
A baby.
What?
What?
A baby.
Oh, a baby.
They made the Iron.
The
they made
baby.
the Iron Man.
The rapper.
baby?
Hold on, I got a drop for that. Hold on a second here. Got a drop.
What are we talking about?
Hold on a second. I got a drop. I said, hold on now.
Let me redo my hearing aid. I lost my dentures. Wake up.
Wake up, you old coot.
I got a drop for that. Hold on a second.
Larry Bird.
Remember that?
What show is that?
Remember when they called me Larry Bird? Computer?
Bird?
Computer?
Hey, Andy Signore, he came on the other night ranting and raving.
And Andy Signore said it again. He's trying to help Brittany again to get out of the nursing home.
Who are you people? I don't think I've met you people.
I'm done.
Hey, and Andy Signore's trying to get Brittany freed from the nursing home again.
Hashtag free Brittany.
Hashtag free Brittany from the nursing home, from Quality Hills Nursing Home. There.
Isn't she 97?
Free Britney Spears Jr.
Free Brittany. Oh, I replaced my knee and I got a new hip. Oh, woe is me. The grandchildren don't come and say hello because I'm Andy Signore and they leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Tastes like sugar.
Mark Arrow.
Is the Snyderverse restored yet?
Schneider what?
Then that's a senior discount there.
Guys, want to go down to the diner?
The cream will white. What?
Remember that cream pie?
I'll have my readers on.
I haven't seen a good cream pie in many years now.
Oh no!
My goodness. RJ in his cream pies now.
RJ likes the pies.
Thank you, Bradley. Thank you.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Like if I could just get some dentures, I think I'd be good though right now. Hey, here's Joe wants to shave Nerdrotic.
I want to shave my balls. Balls.
What did you say? I can't hear you.
Poindexter Lounge 2062.
It'll go until 4 a.m.
That's because we don't sleep.
Sleep?
The back pain prevents us from sleeping, so might as well.
Yes. Remember Kathleen Kennedy?
It's around a bonus.
She's still running.
The bonus. Oh no, the pizza.
I think I'm going to eat a taco. A taco. I think I'm going to eat this taco. This taco.
That there Doomcock, he's still saying Kathleen Kennedy's gonna get fired soon. Any day now. She'll be
At
fired.
this point, I'd like to add that there are a few sad little YouTube channels who hate me for being vastly more successful than they are.
Any day now, she'll be fired from the grave.
She's at it again. She's at it again.
Andy Signore's trying to get Britney Spears' body exhumed. Free Britney from the mortuary.
Doomcock contacted the tarot card man. He said her ghost is still haunted. We need to exorcise Lucasfilm.
Kathleen Kennedy won't leave. She's been there now for 50 years.
She's haunting my memories.
She's haunting the hallways of Lucasfilm.
I can't go to sleep at night
Dave
without some
Filoni's been
melatonin.
possessed by the ghost of Kathleen Kennedy.
She haunts my dreams. I can't do it. I can't.
I can't sleep no more.
That Kathleen Kennedy, I always thought she was a witch, but now that she won't go away, she's just haunting them. Maybe she really was a witch that entire time.
I slandered her too much, and now she won't let me sleep.
Harvey,
I can't go sleep.
Harvey, are you been possessed by Kathleen
No,
Kennedy?
no,
Harvey?
she killed Harvey. She killed him. She possessed him, and then she killed him.
I get a lot of takes wrong. Jarbodamus.
Boy, ain't that right?
What?
That Jarbo is still wrong.
Is Hamada still selling burgers?
Hey, let's take a trip down to Walmart and get some of them new fancy buttholes.
Does your butthole itch? Does it just ache? Do you walk around all day wishing you had a different butthole? Well, now you can. Available at Walmart for a limited time only are scratchless, scentless buttholes. Don't be self-conscious about your hole anymore. Go to Walmart, get a new butthole, and start your new life today.
I need a new butthole. My hemorrhoids been acting up.
Well, my catheter actually,
Poindexter Lounge brought to you by Mail at Home Catheters. Are you tired? Are you tired of getting them off-brand catheters sent to your home? Now you can get
you're gonna get some dentures for your birthday this year.
Maybe we'll get enough super chats, and we might be able to get some new dentures. But I'm telling you, you got to use today's sponsor, At Home Catheters.
What?
High quality catheters sent directly to your home. And while we're at it, can I talk to you about a reverse mortgage?
A reverse what?
A reverse mortgage.
I don't know that. I'm a nerd.
I gotta turn up my hearing.
That's right.
What'd you say?
Owned a house. You never
What'd
owned
you
a
say?
house. You bought so many action figures, you never bought a house.
No, I live in the Hamada nursing home.
I live in
the
the
Hamada home.
I couldn't afford a house.
He's stealing all my bonuses. I can't buy it.
You do suck is still giving us a hard time. Amazon has them cheaper. Now I'm 95. You do suck.
Who? What? I can't read that. I gotta get my readers.
Oh man, Oh God, make it stop. That sounds like a sexual escapade at either Signor's house or Jarbo's house. I don't know which one.
I tried to make it stop, but you stopped doing physician
probably
assistant
was probably
suicide in
happened.
Oregon. I couldn't stop it. I couldn't. They took it away.
That entire chat, the "Oh man, oh God, make it stop" is probably the escapades in Las Vegas during CinemaCon week over at Andy and Jody's hotel.
Diabetes.
So.
Don't even bring up diabetes. Oh, jeez.
Diabetes? What? Will we see Enosh gumming a banana?
Oh, don't bring up the banana. Oh, I already had to see him eat a banana once. I don't want to see him have to eat it again. That was too much. I think we became Alfred.
Well, man.
Enosh is
my gosh.
Enosh is going to replace Wilford Brimley.
We're getting dentures this week.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Elmo, Real Elmo Cinema. Thank you so much. With a $49.99 super chat. Bro, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. Thank you so much. This happy birthday, man. Dude. Means the world to me, man. Thank you so much, bro. That Terrence says no, not the banana. Thank you, Real Elmo Cinema, man. I can't wait
for Enosh's new dentures.
There you go. When I
Blessed.
turn 95,
Blessed.
man, we're paying for future dentures here.
Oh, yeah.
Elmo, I will say this, man. It was a pleasure meeting you at H Barts. I hope that we can get together again sometime soon. Maybe meet up somewhere. You guys are welcome to come over here. We can hang out, watch some movies and stuff. And so I'll give you guys this drop.
Can somebody change the channel? I'll watch anything except these stupid home renovation shows. What's wrong with them? Besides their lack of Kermits, lots of things. It's mindless cookie cutter entertainment.
So, all right. Yes. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. What's going on?
What?
What was that? What was that?
I don't know. That was weird. It's the
It's
ghost of Kathleen Kennedy.
She starts again.
Oh, what happened to that? I just made Elmo. You are a moderator, sir.
Hey.
Welcome to moderation.
Great power comes great responsibility.
Yes, with great moderation comes, I don't know.
Great what? What'd you say?
Listen here, Sonny.
Back in my day, it wasn't like What? What did you say, youngster?
Yeah, keep it down now. All right. But hey, so just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you so much, guys, for the love and the birthday notifications, and appreciate Zeno. I love Zeno. By the way, Zeno, thank you, man, for also increasing your membership. Again, man, it means the world to me that you guys put your trust in me, and I love the fact, man, that you're here and that you support the channel. It really does. It means a lot to me. He says, I'm leaving now in case Enosh decides to start eating a banana again. Yeah, well, we won't get there. I am hungry, but I got plenty of bananas in the other room. But I got to get going. I think I'm going to try to rewatch a couple of things. Oh, hey. Check it out. Before we go, Tyran Prime says, happy birthday, Enosh. Been watching your streams for a while. You have a positivity and a love for fandom. Hope you have a great birthday. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Watching, I think is that on Twitch? Yeah, it's over on Twitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love. I for sure appreciate the love. I appreciate the kind words. It means a lot. Yes, Bradley, thank you so much, man. Thank you to everyone who was here tonight. Appreciate all of you. So here's the thing, Daniel. I'll probably I think I'm gonna do a call in tomorrow, because I was gonna do a call in tonight, but then Ray showed up, and we all got to talking and stuff, and so it just kind of we never really had a good time.
Yeah, it just kind of went from there.
Yeah, we never had a really good time to like make it so people could call in. So, hey, thanks, Speedo Kagan. There's my guy right there. Speedo Kagan's awesome. He's fantastic. He's done our animated pieces and stuff for the channel and stuff, for intros and stuff. So thank you, Speedo Kagan. You're awesome, man. Thank you to everybody. Thank you, Mary, for being here tonight. Just thank you guys. Thank you. We love you guys. Paul Smith here says, Poindexter Lounge has been my personal cure for depression. Love you, Enosh. Have a good one. Thanks. Lena Deli, we'll see you, man. Yes. What's up, Zeke's? What's up, Zeke? Good to see you. All right. So I think that's it. I think we've done all the stuff.
Yeah, I think
We've done all the stuff. All right, guys. Well, hey, like I always say, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. Don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter. But, have good conversations. Have some fun. You can tease your friends every once in a while, and that's okay. But, but as long as you all know that in the end, y'all love each other and you do care about each other. And we hope that that's what you know here at the Poindexter Lounge, that we love you and we care for all of you. Till next time, stay nerdy. And, congratulations to our winners of this week's winner of the Watchmen. That'll be going out to you this next week. So be looking for that. And like I said, our next giveaway starts immediately. And that is, of course, this Thomas Wayne right here. We'll be giving this guy away courtesy of Benson's. So Mark at Benson's, we thank you for this to do as a giveaway. So, and all you have to do is be a member, a patron, or give a super chat. So thanks to everyone who gave super chats. Man, some amazing super chats tonight. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Real Elmo. Thank you, everybody. I can't even go back to the whole list. RJ, my gosh, RJ dropped a $75 super chat. Holy cow! Thank you, man.
No, of course.
Yeah, look, much love to you guys. We never expect anything out of anybody here at the lounge. It is humbling, and it means a lot to us when you guys do support the lounge. So. And it makes my wife happy too, because it shows her that hey, people really like what I'm doing here. I'm not just wasting a bunch of time down in my toy room all night long. So when I see her off to work in the morning, she's like, "Did you have fun with your internet friends?" And I say, "Yeah, I did. I've got an awesome wife." So
are you winning, son?
Yes. So all right, guys. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Out of print. Great channel. Great vibe. Have a good night, guys. Thank you. Yes, 45th, still a youngin'. We're still going to keep doing what we do. All right. And do it to the best of our ability. I'm going to leave you with a Justice Wrap, because we've been going on almost 4 hours, like Zack Snyder's Justice League. So there you go. Have a great night. Thank you, guys. Here's to another year, another trip around the sun for good old Enosh. Till next time. Bye-bye.
We talking about bands, but I still bust the heat. We've been going on for like 4 hours now, like Zack Snyder's freaking Justice League.